Whoa. Whoa.
I'm not drinking a can of stuff. I noticed you got a new can of Monster there.
Yeah.
What is it? What's the deal? Tell the people.
Rio Punch.
Oh, the Rio Riggin? Or,
Rio Rogers?
Rio Rogers Punch?
Yeah. Rio Punch.
Okay. It's brand new?
Yeah, you got to take
and it says juice?
Yeah.
It's a juice monster? Is it carbonated?
Yeah.
Is it like the pipeline punch and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And it's new, huh?
Brand new.
That's delicious.
Yeah, right? That's tasty as hell.
It's from Brazil. I guess that's the Rio.
Yeah. And there's also a lady.
Don't you know where we are?
There's a lady with boobies on the side.
We're in Brazil.
Yeah, dude.
The lady does have boobies.
Brazil does it big. It's home to over 70% of all fruits ever known.
Okay, ever know. That says that there in that language.
Yep, throw in the world's largest party, Carnival, in Rio de Janeiro, and you get some epic inspiration.
All right.
It says a hint of spice. There's no spice in that.
Spice?
Yeah.
Dude, spices.
That's delicious.
Yeah.
That's fucking delicious.
It is delicious. I've been watching a lot of, welcome to We Need Wrestling, everybody. I've been watching a lot of Good Mythical Morning. And Good Mythical Kitchen, and the other day on Good Mythical Kitchen, I forgot the guy's name because I'm bad with names, but the dude who does
the guy with the long hair or the glasses?
No, this is Good Mythical Kitchen. Those guys aren't involved in that.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, but that's Lincoln Red are the main guys.
Are they a media conglomerate now?
Yes. Okay. But the Good Mythical Kitchen has the chef guy, and he's an absolute madman who has a feud with Gordon Ramsay, but Gordon Ramsay doesn't know it.
Okay.
And then, but he did a thing the other day. It was like a challenge. He had to cook a 3-course meal for a food critic, but the secret ingredient had to be Monster Energy drink and everything.
That's amazing.
So he made like Monster Energy drink braised lamb and shit. And the guy actually liked all of it. It was very weird, but he used.
I want to try that.
He used the pipeline punch, I think, in most of it. So, yeah,
that's really good.
That is very good.
Yep, but found a new contender.
Watch Good Mythical Morning. It's fucking hilarious. I love those guys. I'm obsessed.
Good. I'm glad you like them. They're fun.
They are fun. Anyway, welcome to We Need Wrestling. I'm DJ. That's Brett. How are you? How are you, pal? I already know how you are because you've been hanging out and talking like we normally do. But for the people at home,
I'm great.
Great. Good.
Yeah,
great.
My shoulder kind of hurts.
Oh no, you've been working out. You've been shoulder shrugs,
which is why I'm sitting the way I am.
All right.
Because it makes my shoulder feel okay.
Okay.
No, I just slept on it wrong. I woke up yesterday and I was like, "Wow, this hurts real bad."
Yeah,
it hurt all day yesterday. And I took a leave. I took I put Tiger Balm on it. Didn't do a fucking thing. And now, it hurts a little bit less, but still sore.
Okay.
I'm getting older.
You are.
And I don't like it.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm old. And I don't like it. I'm all right. I'm okay.
I feel good.
Mentally,
I'm
okay.
great.
Good.
It's all that really matters, honestly.
That is all that matters. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm all right. It's a boring life. Aches and pains. I'm an old man.
Come on.
I need a haircut.
No, let it grow.
Grow
it out.
So I am. I think that's my plan.
We're just gonna grow it out.
But I am gonna get it. I'm gonna keep the old mullet that I've been having going for a little while till it all evens out.
Oh, you're growing a mullet?
Well, because I had the side shades.
Yeah.
I mean, it's real long back here. But I got to go get that trimmed up a little bit because I want I want up here to catch up so I can. Right. But I think that's my plan. I do kind of want to see how long I can put up with growing it out.
Summer's. Well, spring's around the corner.
It is. That's true.
You'll be all right. Just grow. Look at my fucking hair.
But I have to go get a haircut before we meet cool wrestling people in Philly for photos. So I got like 3 weeks.
I should probably do that, huh?
Yeah, look good. You know what I mean? Gonna get that 6-pack. I'm gonna do on the
6-pack.
I'm gonna go on the 8-pack. You're right. I'm gonna go on the Chris Jericho diet and just overnight get a 6-pack over my fat belly.
Cool.
And then also ladle warmth off of every young talent I possibly can.
Sucks ass.
Anyway,
sucks.
Welcome to We Need Wrestling.
Sucks.
I don't know. I was just going to make up some tagline for the show that we don't ever have. That would have been weird. I was like, your weekly source of the wrestling of the week. That doesn't make any sense. No. That's fucking stupid, actually.
We're not that.
We're not that.
Your weekly source of ass. I don't know.
No, I mean, we're not ass. That's not fair. But we are here to talk about the wrestling of the week.
We sure are, pal.
And we're going to start with news, like we are wont to do.
Yeah, let's.
Although we do have questions from a bunch of people this week, right?
Which makes me very happy.
It makes me incredibly happy.
We'll fit those in where I see
I'll
fit.
leave that up to you. Yeah. You spring them on me whenever you want.
Okay.
And I think there's 4 questions, although one might be from a cheater.
Who's a cheater?
Somebody sending in 2 questions.
There's 5 questions in total.
Whoa, 5. Is there one from somebody I don't know?
Well, okay. Well, there is a 2-parter. Never mind.
Yeah, we got the Ed Cody 2-parter, which counts as that's a 1 question. It's a 2-part question.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. News time.
News.
Right.
What do you got?
Saquon Barkley signs with the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's fucking go. Sorry.
You don't have to apologize to me. We'll talk about this very quickly. I'm fine with that.
No, it's okay.
So no, here's the fun thing, really quick, because this is a sports podcast. Football's as fake as wrestling.
Tiki Barber's a fucking bitch.
Right. Tiki Barber fucking sucks. So like, I like Saquon, right?
I love him. He's my sweetheart.
I hope he plays better on the Eagles than he did for the Giants. He should, because he doesn't have a team around him on the Giants. But like everyone, like I saw a lot of people online being like, you shouldn't have let him go and they should have re-signed him and blah, blah, blah. They should have re-signed him last year instead of paying Danny Jones.
Yep.
But at this point, with what the Giants have, he's not going to be a great running back for them.
No.
It doesn't matter what they do.
Nobody's going to be a great running back.
Right.
And that's not
it's just what it is. The O-line stinks. Saquon is hopefully he can stay healthy and play better. Eagles are on grass. Yeah, so he'll be better there for sure. The Giants fucking turf stadium fucking sucks. It's turf. It stinks.
I was going to say, ask Aaron Rodgers, but I don't want to ask him his thoughts on anything.
Him in a second.
No, him never.
No, we're talking about it. Yeah, I hope he does great. I as I said to you, like, I wish football players held grudges and didn't play for their rivals, especially teams in the past where they said they fucking hated, like Saquon did. Yeah. Whatever, it's fine, money. But he's never going to get any better on the Giants because the Giants aren't going to be any better.
And that's the problem. Yeah.
So I hope he does fucking great.
And because the Giants didn't even offer him a contract.
Right, they didn't even. Well, they knew they couldn't pay him. They knew they couldn't afford it, so they didn't even fucking bother. They knew they fucked that up last year. Fucking Daniel Jones. But anyway, Giants did make some good moves. The Eagles the Eagles are a fucking juggernaut now. Apparently, just bringing in everybody.
I hope so.
But anyway, because you mentioned Aaron Rodgers. Really quick, I do have in my notes here.
What the fuck? You have notes about Aaron Rodgers?
I do, because
talking ball.
To pull this back into wrestling, Jesse Ventura and Aaron Rodgers are on the short list for RFK Jr.'s vice president. And listen, we're not a politics podcast. No. We're not going to be a politics podcast.
I think you can take a guess our thoughts on things, though.
Right. But here's the thing that I want to say. Not about Aaron Rodgers, but about Jesse Ventura being potential vice president of the United States. Not a political podcast. But I just want to say that maybe, just maybe, it's about the time this country wakes the fuck up and elects a vice president that ain't got time to bleed.
All right, let's go. I'm all in.
Right?
I'm all in.
If Jesse Ventura is like, vote for us because we're goddamn sexual tyrannosauruses,
I'll say, yep, got my vote.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I'm in.
And whatever else Jesse Ventura might have said in Demolition Man or whatever movie. Not what he's actually said outside of movies. Not
outside of movies.
Only lines written for him, not the lines he says himself.
Nope.
While he is fascinating, and I wish I could do a Jesse Ventura impression.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I've tried.
Yep, me
I
too.
feel like an idiot.
Yeah.
But a vice president that ain't got time to bleed sounds all right to me.
Got time to vote for him.
You know, being like, listen, you may vote for the people against me. They may be dug in deeper than an Alabama tick. Just every line from Predator that he says. It brings out old Painless on the campaign trail.
Man, he fucking rules. So in movies only.
I'm glad.
And on commentary.
He also ruled when he went on, I think, the Tonight Show once. He was a great commentator.
Yeah.
He went on the Tonight Show once when he was elected governor of Minnesota while he was governor and said that Boston was designed by a drunken Irishman and had to apologize and go on a tour and like.
Not wrong.
Correct. But you probably shouldn't be saying that as a political figure who at the time did have presidential aspirations.
God, imagine if that was the most controversial thing a political figure said.
Amen, brother. But I brought this back to wrestling. So what else you got?
I thought you were going to talk about bringing it back to wrestling with Aaron Rodgers and say, hey, he has the same views as Ronda Rousey does on certain things. Anyway...
he's got a good left hook, I heard. If you Google Aaron Rodgers Sandy Hook, it'll come up.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah.
All right. News that doesn't involve that fucking idiot.
Yeah. Right.
A couple Hall of Fame inductions got announced this week.
Yes.
First one was last Friday, which feels like forever ago.
It sure does.
The U.S. Express.
I'm always amazed when you bring news here to this table, and I'm like, that didn't happen 2 weeks ago.
Right? Well, because when we were doing our big prep for the show, you're like, oh yeah, Bull Nakano. Yeah, I was like, nope, that was last.
Week. Right? I have no idea.
Yeah. So U.S. Express.
U.S. Express.
Yeah, that's kind of a wild one.
Yeah. I watched the video of Hunter like introducing what the fuck.
Dude,
talking to them.
They are trying so hard to be like real sports.
Yes. Right.
It's insane.
Listen, I love both those dudes.
Yeah, fuck
right? This makes Wyndham 2-time.
Needs to be 3-time for the stalker.
That's true. It makes Rotundo 1-time.
Needs to be 3 times for IRS.
Right.
And what was it, VK Wall Street?
Yep, or Captain Mike.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Member of the Varsity Club. So I love those dudes.
Yeah.
Right. And they frame it like Hunter frames it in the video like, well, you guys were on the first WrestleMania. It's like we're putting everybody in the first WrestleMania because that's going to make some weird picks. Yeah. But it's fine. I guess you don't put IRS in because you don't want to put in today's political climate.
IRS ain't Hall of Fame.
I don't know you want to put Erwin R. Shyster into the Hall of Fame. Right. But like, you know, the Money Inc. certainly should be in the Hall of Fame, but whatever.
Should they?
All right. I don't know.
Yeah.
The Tatanka turning broke me.
But that wasn't Money Inc., was it?
Oh, no. Well, he was the $1 Million Corporation. Yeah, that's
Money
true.
Inc. was just
that's,
DiBiase and IRS.
Yeah. I guess that's true.
Yeah.
But it does seem like a bit of a stretch.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like they were just like, let's get some alive guys people know. Let's get Mike in there because Bray is gone.
Yes.
And they cried. And it was really touching because like Wyndham cried and Rotunda cried. Mm-hmm. And, you know, that's Bray's both namesakes right there.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
You know, I didn't even think of it that way.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's Bray's uncle and father.
Well, yeah, I just didn't put
Wyndham
like
Rotunda.
this is why they're probably going in.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I could ride with that.
We know it. Obviously, the circles we travel in know it. But like, that's the team that I'm a Real American was written for.
So it was.
Like, they used it first, and then it skyrocketed when they were gone very quickly, and Hogan took it.
Yeah.
But they're great wrestlers. Both of them, in my opinion, Hall of Fame wrestlers, but not the U.S. Express.
Not the U.S. Express, no.
No, but it does open the door for Strike Force getting in, and
the
American males, more on them in a bit, and I don't know, whoever else. The fabulous ones.
High voltage.
High voltage. Backseat Boys.
Let's fucking put High Voltage in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
They're in the Brett Hall.
Disorderly Conduct.
Let's fucking go.
The Beverly Brothers.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Now we're fucking talking.
Yeah.
The Dicks. Put the
ding-dongs.
Put the ding-dongs in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. The New Breed.
Stars and Stripes.
Right.
I forgot about Stars and Stripes until this week.
Right.
I'll be perfectly honest. All right. Next person going in is Muhammad Ali.
Yes, very famous wrestling personality, Muhammad Ali.
Definitely, you know, everybody talks typically about him being special guest referee, but it's more so, you know, I think of him versus Inoki.
Right.
Inoki kicking the shit out of his legs.
Yes.
Which seriously rules. But sure, hey, we're really using that licensing deal we have to
absolutely
milk the fuck out of that, huh?
Yes. So it is like, so that's a second like WrestleMania 1 person going in.
Yes. It sure
and it's the 40th anniversary. I don't know, like maybe you save that stuff for the 50th. But let's just go down this card real quick so I can see who else from WrestleMania 1 can get put in the Hall of Fame.
Does dudes know the WrestleMania 1 call?
No, I don't. I'm reading it. Tito Santana, he's in.
Chico.
Versus the Executioner. The Executioner was Buddy Rose.
Yeah, we're good there.
King Kong Bundy versus SD Jones.
Fat piece of shit Bundy never tipped.
SD Jones.
Bundy? I don't think Bundy's in. I put Bundy in.
Rick Steamboat?
Oh, yeah.
Matt Bourne. Certain Hall of Fame.
Big Josh.
Brutus Beefcake with Johnny Valiant versus David Sammartino with Bruno.
David Sammartino.
Absolutely.
Him versus the Hot Beefer.
Right. JYD, Greg Valentine. I think they're both in.
Yeah.
The Sheik and Nikolai against the U.S. Express.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, with Blasty and Captain Lou, they're both in.
Sure.
Andre Big John Studd. I'm sure Big John Studd's in, right?
Sure, yeah.
Wendy Richter. Watch your back.
Fuck Wendy Richter.
Versus Leilani Kai.
I don't know if Leilani Kai
I doubt it. Cyndi Lauper and the Fabulous Moolah managing. Lauper's going to be the celebrity this year, right? You think so? If they're
Isn't Lauper already in?
I don't know. Is she? They're going that WrestleMania 1 boot. And then Hogan and Mr. T with Schnooker. Orndorff Piper.
Schnooker.
Let's.
I'm looking right now.
All right, you're looking.
That's not how you spell WWE.
It's not.
Cyndi Lauper. No.
She's absolutely going in this year then.
Maybe.
That's going to, unless, because they're not counting Muhammad Ali as the celebrity because he was a competitor, kind of.
Yeah.
He was involved in a match anyway.
Yeah. Lance Storm says she does not deserve to be in.
Cyndi Lauper?
Yeah.
Why not? She's fucking
I don't know.
Rock and Wrestling Connection.
There's a video of Kevin Nash on why Cyndi Lauper isn't in, but I'm mad at him right now.
Everybody's mad at him. Do just the whole Rock and Wrestling Connection. Put Hogan in for like the 4th time.
Yeah, why not?
That everybody wants.
Put errors. You know, somebody suggested like starting to put matches in.
Oh,
which I don't hate that. UFC does that with certain fights.
Okay, I like that.
Like Bonner, Griffin's in.
Sure.
I don't know. I think maybe Del Couture they're in.
Bonner Griffin has to be in.
That's the best ever. But yeah, when I saw that, I went, okay,
I like that.
I like that idea
because like the games have like the mode where you got to recreate all that shit.
Yeah, obviously, like Razor Shawn could be put in. Today, and I'm sure you'll talk about it on This Day in Wrestling History. I think it was today was the anniversary of Scott Hall.
I saw a lot about Hall today, so
yeah, that's sad.
It is sad.
I watched his A&E biography.
Yeah, people said it was really good.
That was awesome, man.
So real quick, just to steal this question from people, if they decide to ask it for next week,
what match would you
put in the Hall of Fame? First one pops in your head.
Steamboat Macho.
That was my first two.
That
was right here, too. Brother. Yeah, it's the first one, right?
Oh, yeah,
right. I don't know that there's another WWF match that deserves the honor first.
To me, that's
one.
number 1. Yeah. Number 2, Hogan Andre.
Yeah. That way, the Hall of Fame also lies about that being the first time Andre was body slammed, and then Hulk Hogan tears all the muscles in his back.
Andre died 3 days later.
Right, exactly. And Hogan thought it was a shoot, brother. Didn't even know what was going to happen.
Oh, Andre didn't know if he's going to do business, dude.
Yeah, that's right, brother.
Okay, brother.
I went out there, dude, not knowing what that giant was going to do, brother.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but that's to me the
big,
number one
giant dude.
If you're putting 1-2 Ranoli, if you're
Tiz and Izzy,
if you're putting, we're going to Tiz and Izzy. If you're, I'm gonna make a sign that says that when we go.
Tiz and
Izzy. For a match like the number 1 match in the history of that company to be the first one inducted in the Hall of Fame has to be Macho Steamboat.
That's what I would think.
Yeah.
Or like Shawn Razor wrestling.
Right, and then you go ladder match.
Yeah, you can do so much. Then I kind of like
it
that
opens
idea.
up. But I do too. But the first one has to be that. Has to be Macho
honestly,
Steamer.
even if you want to make it kind of like more fun, WWE, you can pick the matches, whatever. Have the fans vote on it.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's a good promotion to, hey, here's these matches. Here's the poll we're putting up.
Yeah.
Go watch them on Peacock.
And wrestling's fixed anyway, so you can always fudge the numbers if somebody's like, I nominate James Ellsworth versus AJ Styles.
Well, you don't let people
and then
do that.
Plump the numbers up, and
I would
then
just say, hey, here's 5 matches.
That's true.
Here, go watch them on Peacock.
Just don't put a stinker in there.
Yeah, once you watch it off of Peacock, go to WWE.com.
I like it. Why
not?
Take that idea, WWE. We won't even charge you for it.
Yeah. I'll be real pissed, though. And the last person that got announced, Thunderbolt Patterson.
We're big union talk at the Hall of Fame this year.
Oh, yeah.
It's finally happening.
Yes.
Vince is gone. Everyone's unionizing.
It's fucking in.
This is all we needed.
Yeah, I mean, admittedly, Thunderbolt's a blind spot for me.
Yeah, I don't know much about him beyond that he got fired for trying to unionize.
Bush Thunderbolt. I fucking love that so much.
Yeah.
That's all the news I have.
You think they're putting any more in?
There was the rumor that Rock's grandmother is going to get put in. She was the promoter in Hawaii.
Sure.
There's also talks of the Legacy inductions coming back. Or just, hey, here's a bunch of names. And go.
Yeah, it's like Sputnik Monroe and shit.
I talked to Tim and Marcus this week, and I kind of said, I'm still shocked Bigelow's not in the Hall of Fame.
Where else are you going to do it other than here?
I said it'd be perfect here.
Right.
They said they don't think it'll happen because the Clique and like they had little beef or whatever in the 90s. But I'm just kind of like,
gives a shit.
Yeah, he's dead, dude. Just fucking put him in.
Right.
Enough
no real controversy. And like
you could celebrate him. I don't know if they're still doing that Warrior Award or not.
I hope not.
Since Dana Warrior got fired.
Yeah. But like one of the first like
should be usurped by
athletic
Amanda Warrior.
Yes. What's your name, little girl?
Amanda Ultimate Warrior.
Amanda what? Do a cartwheel, honey. But Bigelow was like the first athletic big man that anybody remembers. I think,
made such
right?
a case. I go, listen. I go, great run in Japan. Had a run in NWA.
Right.
WWF main event at a WrestleMania with Lawrence Taylor, huge crossover. Which WWF or WWE, they love that shit right now.
He's brought in on that first run to tag up with Hogan.
Yeah.
Then they fire him, but then he comes back, has the main events with Taylor.
Yeah,
which was a huge thing.
The run in ECW,
right.
He's great there.
Yep,
wins the world title. The run, then he goes to WCW, has a run there, the Jersey Triad. You know, like he did it all.
Yeah,
he did it all. Yep. So let's fucking get with the program.
There's no reason why he's not. He's definitely
And if it's a licensing thing, you have the license for Bigelow. You put out all the merch and shit for him, figures, all that stuff. So
yeah, for sure.
Let's go.
He's like my number one guy. I think that needs to be in there. That's not.
I feel like I've been screaming it for years. Like let's get Bigelow.
And we used to talk about it all the time. But like when they're in Philly again, they'll do it. They have to.
Yeah. Well, here's your time.
So who headlines? Paul
Heyman. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Yeah, we didn't have a manager headline in the Hall of Fame, but I get it.
Yeah, because he's more than a manager. Yeah, you know, fucking owned ECW, buddy.
Right? Sure.
And again, another guy.
And apparently, he doesn't owe Taz money. So
did Taz say that, brother? Oh boy.
Yeah, you didn't see that on Picture in Picture on AEW this week. He said somebody said something about he says, but the other guy owes you money, and Taz like he don't owe me money, he owes everybody else money. And he said that whatever, I forget the name, everybody was talking about in the Discord about he said the Schmoldies or whatever the fuck their names were are the ones who owe him the money. But Paul and him are good. Paul just owes everybody else money.
Oh, good.
So
as long as Taz is all right.
As long as Taz is all right.
I love you, Taz.
6'4" standing on his wallet.
He's so perfect. I love that man so much.
All right.
Bang Bang Scissor Gang my ass.
You got no other news?
That's all I got.
All right. Well, pal.
What do you have?
At Google Pro Wrestling News. So the first thing coming up is Booker T and CM Punk nearly had an altercation in NXT on March 12th.
Go
CM Punk fighting people that I don't like. So that's at this point, the enemy of my enemy is a friend. I'm not joining the Chicago Philharmonic. I'm not a member of the Felicia. I'm not a philanthropist. I'm not a philanthropist. Pennsylvania has our Phil. We don't need another one.
Who's our Phil?
Punxsutawney.
Fuck that little thing.
There'll
be more winter. Yeah, I'm wearing shorts today. How about that, little fuck?
So the other big news is Yutaka Yoshi died at 50 years old.
Yeah, man.
After a match.
Boy, was that weird.
Yes.
It was in All Japan, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Very sudden. He's a bigger guy. He's 50 years old. They said he returned backstage after a tag match and his condition deteriorated. They said they didn't know anything was wrong with him before, any of that sort of stuff. So, who knows? You know, he was 5'10", 352 pounds. Yeah. So, and he's a New Japan guy, you know, been around, he wrestled Otani. He does wrestle everybody. So, yeah, he started in New Japan in 1994 and was there till 2006.
Wow.
When he went independent. New Japan, he was tag team championships with Tanahashi. So he was also tag team champion at All Japan Pro Wrestling with Akabono and NWA Intercontinental Tag Team Champion with Steve Corino and Masayuki while in Pro Wrestling 01.
Wow.
So, a guy, little known dude, but a hell of a career. Yeah. And he died not in the ring, but after. And that's, bring that up there for anybody. So,
yeah.
That's
sad.
R.I.P., buddy. Other than that, the big news of the week was John Cena was naked on the Oscars.
Oh, my God.
It was a really funny bit.
Yeah, don't ask Chris Jericho's wife opinion on it.
Yeah, well, don't do that. But he came
shit family.
He came real close to holding that card a little too low, and we were going to see even more of John Cena.
He had the
he had a modesty apparatus on, but
I know people are saying John Cena, he's caked up.
Yeah,
boy got some booty cheeks.
He looked good. He looked good. It was a funny bit, man. It was good. So whatever.
John Cena.
And then he had to walk immediately backstage, and The Rock was there because The Rock was presenting right after him. And so they wrapped him in like a curtain afterwards.
Did they have an interaction?
They just like shook hands as they walked past each other, kind of thing. So they famously don't get along, right?
They used to,
yeah,
like not get along, but then
they were squashing beefs.
Cena has officially like come out and like sucked at The Rock's tit, being like, "Oh, I get it now, and I apologize for saying those things I said, and it's hard."
Well, they are all family, so
yeah. Well,
family.
Rock, I don't know. He's a guy that we're going to talk about.
Oh, buddy.
If you don't have any more news left.
I got no more news. Do you want to talk about Dark Side of the Ring?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah, before Dark Side of the Ring's back.
Before we get into Ryan, we didn't talk about Tenta. There wasn't much to talk about. I loved the episode because I love John Tenta.
Yeah, it was fun.
And
it turned into a Uncle Fred episode a little bit.
It did turn into Uncle Fred. That's Uncle Fred.
That's Uncle Fred.
That was Michelle walked in. She was like, "That's the guy who gave us COVID." I was like, "No, not really. Very indirectly." Yeah.
I'd like to meet Uncle Fred.
Yeah. Uncle Fred.
I'll give him a big old hug.
Yeah,
say,
absolutely.
"Hey, Fred.
What's up, Uncle Fred?"
I look like Uncle Fred.
But yeah, I like Tenta a ton. So it's cool to see. I'm glad to see this. Like,
Dude, you've been championing Tenta for years.
There's a bit of a Tenta renaissance, and I feel like I got a little bit of hand in that. I think Tenta is an underrated guy. I'm glad they briefly touched on the shoot in Japan.
Yeah, with Koji Katao.
With Koji Katao very briefly. Even Michelle was watching that part with me, and when he got on the microphone, it was like, "Wrestling's fake." She was like, "He said that in Japan?" I was like, "He sure fucking did."
Yep.
But
say he didn't work much longer.
Nope. But he tried. He came back a couple times. The big part of that was that he fucking stunk out loud.
Yeah. He was on WrestleMania though.
He sure was. But this week was Buff Bagwell. Marcus Alexander, Buff Bagwell. Buff is the stuff.
Yeah.
This was an interesting episode for sure. Again, not a ton of stuff I didn't know.
No, but this show isn't meant for us.
Right. I knew that Buff shot his dad.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that everyone involved, except for Judy Bagwell, God rest her soul, would be like, "Yeah, here's what happened. Here was exactly like his dad was like, 'Yeah, he shot me. I was being a dick.'
Yeah,
like he put 4 past my head. He would try to kill me."
Yeah. How about the story of Buff's mom shaving his nuts?
Absolutely, the dude saying he was bent over and she had him dick stretched down behind him and shaving him up. Anything for that? Anything for their boy?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, what's happening, man?
I didn't realize is how much of a Southern accent Buff Bagwell has. Holy fuck! Yeah. I think it's thick.
But we got Scorp on there,
yeah,
and Scotty Riggs. So we got a good American Males piece. Bischoff complained. He said now that I've heard that song, it's never going to leave my fucking head. Because it
won't be your weekend lover.
It's fucking great. So I got a bunch of notes. Like the story with shooting his dad is crazy because they both have the same story. Usually when you hear these things, they're like, "Oh no, that's not exactly what happened." They both had the same fucking story about how it happened.
Yeah, just like, "Yep, shot him."
We get Judy Bagwell on a pole.
Oh my god, former WCW World Tag Team
we
Champion.
We get him shooting with Shane Helms at the Performance Center.
I don't know if it was Performance Center.
Wherever it was, but backstage or whatever in the ring. That's a crazy story. Where then he has the staples in his head when he wrestles that stinker of a main event against Booker T.
Yeah.
that he colored in with Sharpie. He says that it wasn't as bad enough to get him fired, and it probably wasn't. It shouldn't have been a main event. That match fucking stinks, though.
Well, like I said, WCW in Tacoma, Washington.
Yeah, right.
Big WCW town.
Right. And one of the most delusional things in all this, too, is that, like, he genuinely feels that if he stayed in WWE and wasn't handed that shit match, he was going to be one of the household name. He was going to be one of the biggest stars. He says it. I was going to be one of the biggest wrestling stars in the world.
You know what blew my mind at that point? He said he was only like 30.
Yeah!
And I realized, like, wow, he really was only 34.
Right.
That's scary.
You weren't buff. You weren't that fucking good. You are a top tier body guy to me. Like, you looked fucking great. You had charisma. I like when you had your face spray painted on the top of your top hats and shit.
The buff strut. I used to do the buff strut
me too, all the time. The pose.
Drop
like
down to the one knee.
Right.
With the double buys.
Absolutely. Vicious and Delicious.
Great tag team.
A Hall of Fame tag team as far as I'm
Absolutely.
concerned. No Scott Norton this episode, unfortunately. But that's fine. Yeah. We did get Scorp.
What else you have?
We get in, this is where, so I got two things. I'm saving the one thing for last. But we get into the gigolo stuff. And Too Cold Scorpio says, how's he going to be a gigolo with a tiny dick? It's hilarious.
I love Too Cold Scorpio.
So I didn't know that Gigolos was a reality show.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that he became a gigolo. Yeah. I knew that he became a gigolo. Mm-hmm. I remember seeing that stuff. But I didn't know it was a reality show. And this motherfucker tries to tell this crowd, this TV show, that he just walked on the set for a personal appearance. Like, they just wanted Buff Bagwell on there in, like, 2006 or whatever the fuck it was. He didn't know he was just making an appearance. And then somehow he ends up faking sex with the woman on camera.
It was a little softcore.
But he couldn't get hard, so he just rubbed up against her. And he's calling his wife, being like, this is what I wouldn't come here to do, but then I had to do. I mean, he didn't have to do shit. Yeah. Could have just said, I'm out. Right?
And then the guy at the bar smartened him up to the biz, brother, and said, you're not supposed to have actual sex.
It weird.
Yeah, dude.
Just super fucking weird. He becomes a real gigolo. He's married the whole time.
I'm just a gigolo.
It's everywhere I go.
Yes.
Buzzy, buzzy, bop. Buzzy, bop. Ah, ain't got nobody. Nobody cares for me. Nobody. Anyway, so
that makes my life happy.
But here's the thing that I wanted to bring up most importantly about Buff here is that they do cover his attempts to be an actor.
Which I did not know about.
Okay. So, I have seen Buff Bagwell's filmography.
Including Gigolos?
No, I've never seen Gigolos. Like I said, I didn't even know that it was a show. That it was like a reality show, you know? So, he is in... Oh, he did an episode Charmed. I remember that too. He plays Slammer in Charmed. So, in 1996, he's in Day of the Warrior. In 1998, he's in Lethal Ladies Return to Savage Beach. Lethal is an acronym. I don't know what it stands for. So, I've seen Day of the Warrior. I think I've seen Lethal Ladies also.
I added that to my
So Day of the Warrior, if you know, you know. Julie Strain is the co-star of that, which is hilarious. So the other people in Day of the Warrior that I want to bring up to you particularly are Julie K. Smith, and Shay Marks. Now, Marcus Bagwell plays Warrior in that. It's very weird. It's not a very big part.
Warrior.
But I have a picture of Julie K. Smith and a picture of Shay Marks for you. Because I've seen a couple movies starring Julie K. Smith.
Oh boy, let's see them.
And I'm going to show you. This is Julie K. Smith, one of Buff Bagwell's co-stars in that movie.
Yep.
Okay.
Big fan.
So I've seen her. It's a softcore porn. It is an action softcore porn movie.
Yep.
So Julie K. Smith, make sure your safe search is off and there's no kids in the room. Give her a look. And then Shay Marks. And then also the wonderful and also passed on, sadly, may she rest in peace, Julie Strain. Julie Strain, a legend of the biz.
Big fan.
Big fan. So, That was my most exciting thing because I was like, I've seen these movies. I rented these movies because I heard Buff was in them and because I liked boobs. Not in that order.
Well, the Buffs.
I like
Buff
boobs.
is your stuff.
I still like boobs. I don't know why I used past tense there.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I would watch those movies if they were on Tubi, the once and maybe future king of streaming. I'd watch it tonight. I love those movies. But yeah. I think that's it for Buff Bagwell's Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah, it was an enjoyable episode.
Yeah.
Who's next week? I already forgot.
Is Sandman next week?
No, I forget who it was. They announced it, but I just don't remember.
I don't know.
That's okay.
Yep. Couldn't even tell you who's on the season.
Speaking of boobs, The Rock cut a promo on SmackDown to end the show.
That's right. Julie Strain, Julie K. Smith, and Shay Marks all have something in common with The Rock. Peck implants.
Oh, let's say implants. Rock.
Oh, they showed Buff's calves.
Oh, yeah,
they talked about the calf implants too.
That's good. That's a good. That I
remember when
I
that
never
happened.
had that problem.
No, I got nice calves.
Calf,
I don't have Todd Roker calves, but I got nice calves.
Who the fuck does?
That's right.
So SmackDown. The only thing I watched from that was the Rock promo at the end with him and Roman calling out Cody and Seth.
Yeah,
it was so long.
Got 3 weeks of this yet.
It's just long, man.
How was the crowd reactions to it?
I mean, they love it.
Is it still? Did Diarrhea Dwayne catch on?
Yeah, because they were chanting diarrhea at him during this
because he runs
I was
the
like,
mouth.
Oh, cool.
All right,
this sucks. But surprisingly, like Seth Rollins might have been the best part of this.
Okay.
At one point, he just like gets real fired up, and he's like, "Dwayne, just shut up already. Like, enough. We know why we're here. We're having the match of Mania. We accept." He's like, "Your time. You had your time. It's our time now. We built this shit. Like, enough. You're done." And I was like, "Oh, Seth showed a little fire, other than like whatever his weird character is now."
Yes.
And saying diarrhea a bunch.
Yeah, weird.
But again, this almost went off the air.
Okay.
Because the little copyright thing popped up at the end and Rock was still talking.
Good.
And this is where he said to Cody, like, you were a mistake.
That wasn't 2 weeks ago, too?
No.
Jesus Christ.
Said you were a mistake, and then
that's why you're 10 years apart from your brother or whatever.
Then Cody smacked the shit out of him.
It was a mistake. It's different moms. Dusty had moved on, and
it was a mistake, brother.
Sure.
Yeah, but he paintbrushed Rock, which was pretty good.
Okay.
But I guess the whole thing was supposed to end in a big brawl, but it got cut for time. So, good.
So Sethy takes that pin at Mania, right?
Yeah.
And Cody fights off the entire bloodline to win the match at Mania.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah. Except for The Rock. The Rock ain't taking a fall no matter what. So that's where The Rock won't help Roman, but everyone else will.
Unless Rock wants to give back to the biz, brother.
Does that sound like him?
Maybe. He put Cena over.
He's got to leave to go film The Smashing Machine.
Speaking of Hammer House.
Yeah.
Fucking big ups to Mark Coleman, man.
Right?
This isn't pro wrestling. Did he ever? Was it Mark? He had to make an appearance in pro wrestling at some point.
I would be shocked if he didn't in the Pride Days do something.
But
in New Japan.
Mark Coleman, man, saved like his dog and his parents from the house fire.
Make it.
Oh no! He went back in to get the dog.
That's when he passed out. He went back in to get the dog.
Well, that hurts my.
That was if you watch the video of him awake in the bed at the end. He starts crying because he says, "I couldn't save Hammer."
Oh, well, that makes me sad.
Yeah.
But I'm happy Mark Coleman's alive.
The dog woke him up.
Yeah.
And he said it was already, the house was already full of smoke.
Yeah.
And he got his parents out. He carried both of his elderly parents out, went back in for the dog, and that's when he passed out from smoke inhalation and nearly died. But he's awake and whatever.
Well, that makes me real sad. But I'm happy Mark Coleman's alive.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Hammer House. What was I? Monday Night Raw? Something like that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. The only thing I watched from it, I did watch at the beginning. There was Seth and Drew had a promo, but honestly, it just wasn't good.
Okay.
I just didn't care. I watched Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan.
All right.
I'll tell you what, man, actually pretty good. I don't hate Liv Morgan.
Yeah, I don't hate Liv Morgan either.
Like Marcus.
Sure.
And Becky Lynch, she still fucking rocks, so I'm all about that. But Becky beat her. They gave it a lot of time, which was cool.
All right.
So yeah, that like officially confirms Becky and Rhea at Mania, I guess. So that match, I feel, should main event one of the nights, but it's not going to.
Yep. Really quick. Mark Coleman, New Japan Pro Wrestling and All Japan Pro Wrestling, 2000 to 2002.
I fucking knew it, man.
In December 2000, Coleman had his first professional wrestling match where he was invited to the event Inoki Bombaye 2000.
Yes.
Teaming with Mark Kerr to defeat Takashi Iizuka and Yuji Nagata.
Fuck.
He would also appear for New Japan Wrestling, defeating Nagata in a singles match. In 2002, Coleman would appear in All Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle One project, teaming up with Kevin Randleman to face Hiroshi Hase and Satoshi Kojima in a losing effort, and later Jan the Giant Convict and Singh the Giant Convict in a victory with Coleman himself pinning Singh with a Hurricanrana. And Hustle,
I figured he had to.
Hustle 2004 to 2007. In 2004, Coleman started wrestling for Hustle, in partner promotion Pro Wrestling 01. He debuted at first as part of Generalissimo Takada's villainous faction Monster Army, going against Kawada in a singles match that he lost by TKO.
Okay, I need to see this.
Coleman continued teaming up with other Monster Army wrestlers, including Dan Bobish, Commander Anjo, and Giant Silva, but he was kicked out of the stable after failing to beat top face Noya Ogawa. Thus becoming a babyface himself, Coleman went free and ended up joining Watari Sakata's team after losing a bout to him. Coleman and Sakata were successful as a tag team, but it dissolved after Coleman left the promotion in 2005. 2 years later, he returned under the masked persona Coleman, teaming up with the superhero-like team of Randleman, Kintaman, and Kurataman.
All right, I'm into that.
Their biggest victory was Coleman and Randleman faced a trio of Giant Vabo, Kohai Sato, and Tajiri, and won the match. His last match in Hustle was 2007. From 2008 to 2010, he was a usual member of Inoki Genome Federation, wrestling Noya Ogawa, Taro Yasuda, and Shinichi Suzukawa.
Fuck yeah.
There you go.
Well, that rocks.
He won Fight of the Year, Wrestling Observer Newsletter, Fight of the Year in 1997 for him versus Maurice Smith. So
that was a badass fight.
There you go.
Dude, fucking grandfather of Ground and Pound.
Yeah, absolutely. Incredible fighter.
Mark Coleman's the man.
Yeah.
All right, so...
Sorry for that little sidebar.
No, I kind of thought he did something for wrestling, but,
yeah.
you know.
I have some Inoki Genome Federation in the other room. He might be on them.
I'd like to watch. What else we watched was... TNA Sacrifice.
You were done on Raw?
Yeah.
All right.
That's
the right reaction. I like it.
I wanted to watch the Gauntlet match because I heard it was real good, but...
Is that the one for the Intercontinental thing?
Oh,
so it was a Gauntlet?
One.
I know a lot of people upset that Gable didn't.
Yeah, a lot of people wanted Gable.
Yeah.
But, you know, what are you going to do?
I would have had Gable beat Gunther. And then move Gunther up.
I think that they should turn it into a three-way and then just have Gunther not take the fall.
Right.
But that's just my opinion. Well, TNA Sacrifice.
Yes, TNA Sacrifice. What did Ash versus Excellence do? Ash versus
Excellence. Yeah. I didn't watch anything she did on this.
I don't think she was on it, actually.
She's
not ready for that Pape debut yet.
I tried watching Nick Nemeth versus Steve Macklin.
Yeah.
But
that scoundrel.
There were so many fucking technical issues. Yeah. It was insane.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just can't watch it.
Does Macklin still dress like the Punisher?
Yeah, he does.
That's a shame.
I think he was an actual Marine.
Yeah, sure.
There was a cool spot.
If you're a Marine, the Punisher isn't the person you want to be.
Well, you know. Got to keep up the appearance.
Just saying.
He puts Ziggler in a Tree of Woe.
Okay.
And he goes like running to shoulder block him, and Ziggler pulls himself up. And he goes between like the second and third rope and crashes to the outside and almost takes out the ring announcer.
Oh, okay.
Like, that was pretty badass.
Nice.
I was liking the match, but then the shit cut out, and I was like, nope.
And they didn't put it up anywhere or fix it?
I mean,
not worth your time.
What I was watching was part of the original feed of the show.
Right.
A few days later. So,
okay.
You know. I think they did some other thing like apologizing.
Yeah, right.
Shit.
Well.
And then match you watched that I watched as well. Hammerstone.
Not Alexander Hammerstone.
No, just Hammerstone.
Just Hammerstone.
Going up against Josh Alexander.
Yeah.
So this is their second match.
It should be Hammerstone. They should split it. First name, last name. That'd be hilarious.
Or it should just be Alex the Hammerstone.
Ooh, I like it.
Don't know why you can't.
Alex the Stone Hammer.
I like it. So, yeah, I watched their first match, what was it? I don't know, about a month or so ago.
Yeah, they were talking about it. I didn't watch it, but yeah.
This one... It was good. I don't think it was as good as the first one.
I thought it was a perfectly fine wrestling match.
Yeah, nothing really like of note.
No, it was slow paced. Hammerstone works that slow, methodical powerhouse style, looking like the love child of Scott Steiner and the franchise.
Damn right.
The franchise.
Yeah, cut the fucking music.
But yeah, Hammerstone's gassed, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
The ref bumps, Hammerstone taps, there's no ref. And then low blow. A lot of low blows in wrestling. We're not going to talk about the NXT one because that's fucking dog shit. Look it up. What
was it? Roast beef to a smash burger.
NXT is full of people that are never going to have a shot getting to the main roster. Those people aren't going to like.
You talking about Sean Spears?
They're not going to. I know he's wearing a mask now on his entrance. What a fucking goober. But yeah, to quote maybe the only person I hate almost as much as him. What a Melvin.
God.
But Hammerstone wins. I did like that he knocks off Josh Alexander's, not to be confused with Alexander Hammerstone, his headgear and wraps it around his bicep and flexes. So Hammerstone's bicep is the same size as Josh Alexander's head.
I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, I like that. He's got the steroid belly.
Sure
and
he
was gassed out after about 5 minutes.
Steroid belly and no calf muscles. Just the way we like it.
Right. So he's
upper body business,
right,
brother.
He's a T&M Show's sponsored wrestler, apparently. But yeah, it was good. Good, not great. But, you know.
I didn't watch anything else from this. I guess we'll say it here.
We's going.
Next Saturday.
Yes, there'll be another show before we go, but we can announce it here.
So next Saturday, we are going to...
Next Saturday, not tomorrow.
Yeah, so... Yes, next Saturday, not this
Saturday.
A
week from this Saturday.
This is getting complicated.
It is. Who's on first?
God damn it. The 23rd. Okay,
yes.
the 23rd.
That's a good way of saying it.
We are going to TNA Impact tapings at the ECW Arena.
We are.
We're not going Friday because there's not.
Correct.
We're going Saturday.
We are.
So, thank you, Brian Myers.
Yes. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Thanks, pal.
I hope our seats are cool. I hope they're... I mean, I don't care. They're free tickets, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I just don't know if they're going to be like seats or the GA. That I would imagine they'd want to put us where people are, where the cameras are.
Like, how are you going to...
It's good podcasting motion when I talk with my hands.
You puppeteer.
I'm not, but somebody is. But
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you know, like around the camera, make it look a little better.
Picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool.
Pretty cool. We've been in a couple shows at the we've been there a couple, 2-3 times.
TNA show here.
I hope your buddy's back. He had a lot of good information about the wrestlers.
Oh my fucking God. Oh man, and this is like a full blown TNA crowd.
Sure is.
Ed, what are you doing? Do you want to come? You want to make the drive in? You can just stay here for a couple, 2 weeks. And
I'll have to email and see if I can get a third ticket, unless you're offering yours up.
No.
Okay.
Unless that guy's sitting there, then I'll fucking scream. Why was he holding up a bootleg Wrestle Kingdom DVD?
I don't know.
At the Bullet Club that day. What was he doing?
Because that's the kind of people you attract.
God fucking damn it.
They just...
Why was that guy doing that?
They're just attracted to where you're sitting in an arena. It's you. It's all you.
I'm the only journalist covering this show on the East Coast.
That's right.
Fuck you. Die.
Holy shit.
So, I didn't watch Rampage.
Harsh one. You didn't watch Rampage?
No.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me bring up my AW notes.
I looked at the lineup and I said,
listen, I'm doing my policy here. We're only going to talk about what's good. All right, Rampage is over. No, that's not true. Sabian and the Butcher versus OC and Trent was actually a good tag match.
Okay.
Sabian and OC had a really nice chain wrestling sequence.
3 out of those 4.
Yes. But he had a really, Sabian actually looked good wrestling OC, who doesn't. And when OC got the better of him, Butcher just fucking came in, not off a tag and just killed him. Right. And I was like, God, Butcher's so good. I gave him a backbreaker. OC was super taped up. It was a good tag match.
Yeah.
Everything else I'm going to break my rule.
Uh-oh.
So I saw this online first and didn't know this was on Rampage.
Saray and her piece of shit, brother. Oh,
yes.
My God. We're just
yells. Right. You watch this clip It is
so
it is
bad.
awful.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's fucking awful. We get a Ruby interview where like she's crying because Big Cool Hand just torn ligaments in his knee. It's garbage segment, but particularly because they clipped it out to put online the Paige backstage thing, not on the stage but backstage, where she's like yells at Renee for not interviewing her, and then her brother grunts and yells at some dude for like looking at him or something. It is horrible.
He looks like third-rate Karrion Kross.
It's terrible. They're paying him money.
Oh my
God. It's only. I think this is only going to be on Rampage from here on out.
It shouldn't even be on Rampage.
It shouldn't even be on Rampage. It should be nowhere.
Put in fucking Ring of Honor.
It should be not even there. It should be nowhere.
Put in XPW.
But it is horrid. And the fact that Paige convinced Tony Khan to give him whatever, I hope it's a per appearance $10 fucking contract, like per appearance. He stinks out loud.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna care to see Paige's brother versus Cool Hand Ange.
Nope.
I'm sorry, Cool Hand Ange. I love you. Nobody's going to pay to see Paige versus Ruby Soho or the mixed tag they're going to try and get out of this.
Oh my God, it's going to be such trash.
It is.
Oh my! If I was at that show, that would be the ultimate piss break match.
It is arguably the worst program they've ever done on AEW TV, and that is saying a lot. Because it fucking sucks.
Yeah, that's all shit.
Nothing else cool happens on Rampage.
Yep.
At all.
I believe that. Collision?
Collision has some cool stuff.
It does. Bryan Danielson versus Shane Taylor.
Dragon showing everyone how good it is by getting a good match out of Shane Taylor.
Yeah. Shane Taylor was chopping the shit out of him.
Best match of Shane Taylor's life, I'll say.
I think so.
And I say that having seen all of maybe 5 Shane Taylor matches in my life.
I know people in our surrounding areas, they love Shane Taylor.
People like him, go for it.
Me, I'm all set over here, brother.
But I like Dragon. Shane Taylor does very little for me, but Dragon makes sure he looks fucking good because Dragon's the goddamn man. So it is a good match.
And I like that Will Ospreay came out afterwards.
Yes.
And cuts a good promo.
He wants a chat, bruv.
Yeah, listen, bruv.
He gets the 2 microphones. He goes, you can't have a chat with just one microphone, right, bruv?
I like he gets bleeped out because this is a taped collision.
Yeah.
And he goes, every time you walk by, I just think, that's Bryan goddamn Danielson. Which is right.
It's funny because, like, in the UK, they're much looser on that kind of stuff. So he's got to adjust the fact that there's things he can and can't say.
It's a goddamn. It's not like,
right. You know, but we're a weird Quaker country.
No, he said, that's Bryan shitfucker Danielson.
Oh, well.
You know.
Complete sidebar, because this is how my brain works.
What did that bring up?
Right. This is how my brain works. Did you see that?
I don't know.
Fucking, what's his name? Jason from American Pie. Jason Biggs.
Oh, we got another one, Biggs.
Is selling t-shirts, I think raising money for some charity.
Does it just say like pie fucker
it says
on it?
Pie lover. And I just want to say to you, sir.
It's bullshit.
1, stop it. And 2, pie lover?
It's pie fucker.
You didn't love that pie.
You fucked that pie. There's a difference between making love and fucking.
There's a difference between making love and making fuck.
Peace and fuck. Yeah. Oh, making fuck.
Right? My love for you was like a truck berserker. Would you like to make some fuck berserker? There is a difference. Damn right. You did not love that pie. You fucked that pie. Pie fucker.
Oh, I love that so much.
Sorry.
That as long as it went there.
The old noggin.
Yeah, so they make the match official for Dynasty.
Yeah.
Which, god damn it, I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking crazy.
Probably the 2 best wrestlers in the world.
I like how it was like, oh, you all thought Sting had the best going out run?
But then Danielson did an interview this week, which he probably didn't mean. I don't know, maybe he did mean to say. Yeah. He's like, I don't believe in the R word. Retirement.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm going to say, I don't use the R word, but yep. it's real. It exists as a word.
Yeah.
All right.
He's like,
yeah, he's just slowing down. That's all. He's going to be a special feature guy.
Yeah.
He's just going to want to wrestle everybody he wants to wrestle till he's 70 years old.
He's so perfect.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, next thing I have is the Elite.
Has he ever wrestled Fujinami? That'd be a fun match.
He might kill him.
Nah, Fujinami's in good shape. Fujinami might kill Dragon? Is that what you mean?
No, if he hits fucking Fujinami with a chop.
Oh, no, they wouldn't do that. They would just have a good ground match because Fujinami's still real good at that kind
Make him die.
Yeah, all right. I like Fujinami. You leave him alone.
I mean, I do too. I love Fujinami.
Right, okay.
He's in the fucking Hall of Fame.
Sure is.
They put him in a video game the one year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, right?
What a boring moveset that must have been in that fucking game.
Arm drags and dragon suplexes.
Right.
The Elite.
Dragon screws, dragon sleepers.
Dragon everything.
Dragon ass.
Dragon dick. The Elite squashed some guys that don't have their names.
Cruz, Gray, and Alanis. John Cruz on this one.
Okay, yeah, John Cruz.
You said the Elite.
Yeah.
Okada. Though the Elite, the Bucks don't even tag in. Okada handles these three chodes himself.
I love Okada so much.
The Young Bucks, this is the first time they come out in Okada's robes, and they're far too big on him.
They came out with the pay-per-view wearing
did
robes,
they?
Yeah.
Okay. Far too big on him. Hilarious.
I do like the little coin flip.
Yeah, it's a nice little gimmick, right?
Yeah,
the Young Bucks
cute.
turn things around. Who knows? I know. No, they suck. But they're doing good work here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be as fair as I can.
As soon as the bell rings, Eddie runs in the ring and just starts trying to jump them.
Yeah.
They beat the shit out of Eddie.
Right.
Penta runs out in a cool-ass Venom mask. Cool shit. Venom 3 The Last Dance coming.
He's done the half Venom before, but never the full Venom.
In theaters this October. We are going.
Starring Sydney Sweeney as Venom.
I fucking wish. And then
Caster is Shriek. Fucking go for it.
Then you
don't know what that means, but people do.
I'm sorry. Listen, I'm still a comic boy, but I'm right. I'm getting there.
Venom, Carnage spins off from Venom. Yeah. Well, there's other symbiotes that do too, and there's a lady one named Shriek.
Ooh, it's a lady. And then you get the returning Pac.
Yeah, you do.
He runs out and he helps Penta and Eddie, and him and Okada have a fucking showdown. Dude, when he German suplex Okada, it was so sick.
Yeah, Pac's so good.
I'm so happy he's back.
Me too. I hope he's back long term. I hope it's not just another pay-per-view run and then he's back home for another 8 months.
Yeah.
I love him.
He's so fucking awesome.
Was he hurt though? Because he wasn't working over there or anything. God, what a great fucking
I think he got hurt in that. Remember that series they had against the Elite?
Yeah.
Or Kenny and the Bucks, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when he got hurt.
God, he looks good too. He's just crazy.
He just needs to start chicken and ricing a little bit more, though.
No,
he'll explode. He used to be bigger.
No way. He looks still.
He looks great.
That's when they showed him in that vignette on the pay-per-view. Marcus or somebody was like he slimmed out, and when he took his shirt off, I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah.
He still looks like if he gets any more, he's gonna look like a fucking Abobo from Double Dragon. He's gonna explode.
I need vascular.
You need to see throbbing veins for you to really be happy.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mariah May, Trish Adora.
Okay, yeah. I thought this was a good TV match.
Yeah, I did too.
I like Trish a lot. I've been talking about Trish for a long time.
They're doing the Mariah May just dressing as Toni Storm gimmick now.
Right. They're slow burning the All About Eve thing here.
Yeah.
Trish's low German from her knees is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I like Trish a lot. I have for a long time. I think she's one of them that they have that they could really make something out of, and she's only gotten better since being in the New Japan Dojo. But they have something much better in Mariah May.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't even think people have realized how good Mariah May can be yet.
Yep, I agree with that.
And she is good. When they let her loose. I think that it can be a lot of fun. Her Tony, if they build it right and get there, is going to be fucking bonkers.
Yeah, she does receive the first ever Tony Award, though.
TONI, so nobody gets sued.
Yeah, we don't want to get sued.
Right. For her portrayal as Toni Storm at Revolution.
Yes, which was wonderful.
Yeah.
And then Deonna Purrazzo comes out and jumps them on the ramp. They get the better of her.
Yeah.
Just beat her down.
She frustrates the shit out of me. Again, I don't have anything against Deonna. She's fine, whatever. The crowds aren't booing Tony. They're too into this fucking
You have
gimmick.
nothing against Ponderosa?
And she does that fucking shrug off entrance. And I'm just like, that's a heel thing. That's not welcoming fans in, and you're supposed to be a babyface here.
Yeah.
You can't not do this.
I don't love that.
Just do something similar to it so you can cut back to it when you're a heel. I don't know. I don't get it. Whatever. But this segment a little bit felt like she was a heel because we were all celebrating Mariah May's victory and award.
Yeah.
But whatever. She eats a DDT on the ramp. So
she sure does.
Yeah.
Mariah DDT the shit out of her. Absolutely. It was awesome.
And Deonna, Mariah May, if that's going to happen,
I'm sure it'll happen.
Will be really good.
Should.
So,
next thing I have here is Christian gets attacked. after the Nick Wayne match. I didn't watch the...
I don't have anything on that.
I don't have the Nick Wayne match. Well, so in the front row, during the Mariah May match, it said, there was somebody holding a sign up that said, I think it was, I want Mariah May to be my ex-wife. And she went over and like winked and shit.
Oh. That's where Edge is dressed as Nightman.
Yeah. Yes.
Arch rival of Dayman.
Here's your toll, troll.
Hey, look what he did. The dark under his eyes.
That's some fucking best shit.
He just needed cat eyes and it would have been set. Adam Copeland will pay the toll.
I can't go on. Troll, toll. What you say? Troll, toll. Hey, hey, hey. Here's your toll, troll.
Anyway. Yeah, so I don't remember.
He lifts the leg. Oh my God, it's the best.
I don't I remember this happening. I just didn't pay attention while it was happening.
Edge beats the shit out of Christian. He chases him around. Then he has like a guitar case that says Spike.
Spike.
Oh, I don't. What are we doing?
What's supposed to be in there?
It better be a gun,
right? Like, what is it just going to be a spike?
Yeah,
we have one of those on this shows already.
What the fuck does he have?
I don't know.
Maybe that happens this Dynamite this week. It's
maybe is
it quit match?
Is it Spike Dudley? Is Spike Dudley in the case?
That's the secret weapon. It's Spike Dudley. Okay. Or as they called him in TNA, Brother Run.
Yeah, I was going to say, because Christian probably had a run-in with Spike Dudley in TNA.
There it is. There's a secret weapon.
So that's what it is. It's going to be Spike Dudley.
It fucking better be now. And then last thing I was the main event.
Yeah. So Jericho Titan wasn't actually terrible.
I skipped it.
It wasn't terrible. Jericho certainly looked worse wrestling these luchadors or against Titan.
It's Titan.
Remember
it's weird that when I was de Japón.
But he's not being fucking used anywhere in Japan anymore.
Nope.
But whatever. But this is where we get the origins of Jera Hook, and I feel that's important. Jera Hook.
It's almost as cool as Y2AJ.
Yeah. And then we get Shivani interviewing FTR. This is where FTR announces they're in the tag tourney whenever that starts. Yeah. Infantry comes out. I thought Infantry were good on the mic here and are going to lose probably in this tournament. But I like Tony being like, we got to fill this out somehow. Let's see who sticks in the tag division, because AEW's tag division kind of fucking weak. Mm-hmm. So there it is. You didn't like Mystico versus Angelico? It was good. We were both sort of excited to see Angelico work.
Yeah, I thought it was alright.
I thought he looked good. I thought he had some nice moves, man.
Yeah, MOVEZ.
The main event, let's just get there. You're right. House of Black versus Briscoe, Lethal, and Jarrett.
Yeah, man. This fucking rocked.
I think this was a great street fight.
It was an Atlanta street fight, right?
Sure.
Everybody came dressed appropriately on Jarrett's side.
Yes, right.
Not on House of Black's side.
What are you doing,
guys?
What are you doing?
You don't wear your tights here.
Right? What are you doing?
Yeah. I thought it was so much fun, man. Yeah. Mark Briscoe got put through a flaming table.
Sure did.
That fucking rocked.
Yes.
I know people were like, "Ooh, well, the flames were going out."
Oh my! No, they weren't.
Up.
So that's happened.
Fire
that's happened before, but when he landed, it lit him on fire. Like it definitely swelled up. Remember they did the one thing where they had to keep lighting it, like last year, the year before, or whatever. So the flaming table was great. I like the guitar spot on Brody and Brody not falling and Jarrett pushes him through the table. I thought that was really cool.
What about the spot up on the ramp?
So the thing for me when he pushes so the spot on the ramp is important because Karen Jarrett came out looking probably the best I've ever seen Karen Jarrett look.
Roll Tide on that.
She walked out and I was like, that's wrestling gear. Mm-hmm. That is Jeff Jarrett is a lucky dude. No, my like gasp, oh my God, spot in this is when Briscoe jumps off the top rope to the outside and just lands on the chairs.
Oh, that was gnarly.
Just overshoots the table. I don't know if he was supposed to go through that table.
I don't know either.
He overshoots the table completely and just flat backs from top turnbuckle to the outside onto chairs.
This has been a fun feud.
Insane. It's been a really fun feud. This was better. I was worried about this one with Lethal and Jarrett. Not my ideal pick for these guys, but FTR busy and whatever. Lethal and him do have history. I thought this was really good. What ramp spot are you talking about? The Mist?
Yeah, the Mist, and then when Sanjay shoved Buddy Matthews off the ramp through the tables.
Yeah.
And then, Julia Hart hits Karen Jarrett with the Mist.
Right. I would hit Karen Jarrett with some Mist.
Oh, boy.
Sierra Mist. I would buy her a soda. That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't exist anymore.
They're trying to get it back. It might be coming back.
Starry gang, stand up, rise up.
No, I'm good.
That's for the 76ers games. We all drink our Starries.
Is that what happens?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we just watch them die now.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't win without Joel Embiid.
Is he still out?
Yeah.
Oof.
He said he'll be back first week of April.
Wow.
They said he goes, no matter where we're at in the seed for the playoffs, I don't care if it's a play-in game, I'm coming back. So, okay.
Right.
Whatever you say, big dog.
Sure.
Do you want to get to big business?
Yeah, let's talk about big business.
Yeah, so Dynamite Big Business. We're here in Boston, Massachusetts.
Yes. This doesn't mean throwing in here, but I'm shocked you haven't thrown to a listener question yet.
No,
they haven't fit in yet. They don't. They haven't get in where they fit in.
No, you got to get in where you get it, baby. We're
good.
I have a good.
Doesn't mean throwing in now. I'm just. I was just.
We got
just saying. I'm waiting. Bated breath. Anticipation.
We got it.
All right. Big business.
Yes.
With the dollar signs for the S's.
Yes, because as certain people said, they didn't really do anything to advertise that Mercedes Monet's coming in.
Oh my God. I so bad want to just spend. I told you this before. I typed and then backspace and deleted. Nowhere to lie, 6 tweets at fucking Meltzer for being fucking stupid.
What a dumbass.
Dummy fucking Dave. Any goodwill, I understand that the newsletter was super important at one point. Of course,
absolutely.
It has way less importance when the internet exists, but he still has a service, right? God, is he fucking stupid? Did he forget how to watch wrestling? Is there anybody on this planet who didn't think fucking Mercedes Moné was showing up in Boston?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? It's the worst kept secret.
It should have been somebody come out as the boss.
Right. Yes, exactly.
Ray Trailer fucking tribute.
Yeah. This fucking guardian angel comes out. What's that referee doing? Everybody should be in a ring.
Yes.
How do you, it was Tony does this. He doesn't want to come out and say it. He wants there to be some bit of surprise.
A little first bit. Dance when Punk came out, everybody knew.
But you know.
That's fun.
He's hinted. It's named, they spelled Boston wrong on purpose with dollar signs. Who the fuck did you think it was going to be?
Yep.
It's insane that he's like, they didn't say it. What are you talking about?
They didn't do anything to advertise it.
Are you fucking stupid?
Yeah, not his finest moment.
God, I hate that guy. I used to not have an opinion on him, and now I fucking hate him. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Let's go.
Jesus Christ.
I'm happy now.
So fucking idiot. I could do what he does.
Renee.
Jesus Christ.
Renee Paquette.
I could be wrong about shit, and I am wrong about shit in wrestling all the fucking time. I could also just not take any hint whatsoever and publish it in a fucking newsletter. You want me to type something out and send it to your fucking house? I'll gladly.
You should start doing that.
Gladly. I thought about it. I thought about starting my own fucking newsletter.
I'll subscribe.
Because there's no scoops anymore. Who the fuck has scoops? I'll sign up.
DJ Scoops.
Right. I'll sign up for fucking Sean Ross Sapp's thing, and then I'll just republish it 2 minutes after he fucking does.
I love the accounts that do that. It makes me happy.
Right. Who gives a shit? It's wrestling journalism. It's not fucking real.
To watch that hillbilly squirm.
You don't have a real fucking job. You're just on Twitter like the fucking rest of us, dude.
It's true.
Jesus Christ.
It's very true. Jesus.
Fuck.
So Renee's in the back and she's talking, and a Mercedes pulls up, and the door opens.
Who could that possibly be?
Who could that be? And then
it must be Mercedes Martinez. They haven't said anything else, and she's on the roster.
You have to remind me.
Do you think they're going to have her change her name, like how when football players change teams, they try and trade or buy their number off of somebody who already has it?
I don't like to see people lose their jobs, but you know.
Feel the hate.
But
let's fucking go.
Let's go.
This show should be more. This show should be 120% more hateful.
Go do something in Ring of Honor.
Yeah,
stay away from me.
That's right. Fuck out of here.
Remember that time when Xylee knocked her out?
Yeah, the true shooter of NXT.
I heard you didn't believe it at first.
I didn't.
You're going, I don't think so. Nope.
Yep.
trust in Xia Li.
Absolutely. I'm a little mad at Xia Li, but whatever.
Why?
She's got a boyfriend now.
Aww.
And he's handsome.
He is a handsome man.
But I'm not that mad because she did do a video the other day where she was in her pool and she had to like go get one of her dogs. So she ran and she was okay. Well, anyway.
That could have went a bunch of different ways. All right.
It went one way. Straight up. What? Hello? Who's here? What's happening? Huh?
Where's my wife? It's Mercedes Moné.
It is, yes.
She comes out to a giant fucking pop.
Massive pop. It's her hometown.
Of course.
You gotta believe it is.
She's the CEO.
I love that the music doesn't say CEO, but the video does. So all those fucking mouth-breathing idiots in the AEW crowd can chant along.
I think the music says it.
Does it? I didn't think it said CEO.
Well, yeah.
Did it? Oh.
Yeah, I think so.
Really? I thought it was. I liked that. I thought they were just showing it on the screen.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I'll have to listen.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll put it at the front of this episode.
Yeah, if an official track is on it. I think she raps on it too.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so maybe don't put it up.
She is Snoop Dogg's
yeah, and she is the daughter of Eddie Guerrero.
She does. She does mention her dad in this promo,
yeah,
so take a shot.
And listen, she comes out and people fucking go nuts for her. She
her
has,
hometown.
She has a nice little speech.
She's got a nice little something. This is where we're at now.
Is there alcohol in that?
No, it's energy. It's energy drink that I overloaded.
Okay. It's like you fucking getting.
It's my Dragon Ball Z. Rest in peace, Akira Toriyama.
Yeah.
It's my Kamehameha energy powder that I think I did an extra scoop of.
I think you did.
And it's just I'm a madman right now.
Sauced,
it's
brother.
fucking over. Come at me, bro.
At least it's not that time you ate the edible.
It's fucking over.
No, that was,
yeah, right. It's actually the opposite of that. I'll be functional.
Insane.
I'll be functional post show.
So Mercedes Moné.
This isn't a race to get finished so that I can edit before I fall asleep and shit myself. That didn't happen.
What the fuck? What's going on?
You just got to keep talking because it ain't getting any better.
Now you're making poopy. Oh my god! Oh, baby went boom boom. Mercedes Moné makes the entrance here.
Shit. Why aren't we famous? Anyway.
Look at us. So
feel the hate.
She,
Doug, this episode's dedicated to you.
Doug, my life's dedicated to you, brother. Doug.
My lifestyle determines my dad's style, Doug.
Me and Doug were texting today about Michael Jackson.
Oh, Jesus.
And then we were
that sounds great.
Then we were texting about The Crow.
Ooh, Michael Jackson as The Crow.
The Crow, City of Crows. My new favorite Crow movie. Thank you, Michelle.
Yep. Crow City of Crows.
Yeah.
Anyway, where are we at? What are we doing?
Mercedes Moné.
Who are you?
Yeah. What happened to my parents?
Who's shitting these pants?
This is insane.
It's off the rails. It's just what it is.
It's good.
We're just going to have to roll with it. We're going to have to roll with it.
Mercedes Moné. Again, the nice little speech.
Yeah.
She's officially all elite. The graphic comes up and everything.
Yeah.
She does a little CEO dance that I was doing at home.
I like
as
it.
Well.
Looks good.
I didn't do the one where she got into the ring because
yeah. My knees don't bend like that. Yeah, anymore.
I didn't bookmark that tweet.
When she listen, this isn't this kind of podcast, but when she takes that jacket off, brother, I was not expecting that outfit.
Yeah.
And it oof.
She's a lady.
That's what I said. I said, ooh, that's a lady.
But for real, her being there, I think is a big deal.
Yeah, me too.
And before the show, we didn't even talk about
kind of a big deal.
We didn't even talk about it, but the President's Stardom was there at the show, and they're pretty much confirmed a working relationship with AEW.
So they also then pretty much confirmed that Rossi Ogawa was the problem.
100%, yeah.
Fair enough.
Because Mina Shirakawa worked the ROH tape.
Apparently.
Which, that's another one.
Cool.
Roll Tide.
Into it.
But yeah, dude, she's officially in TNA. Or no, she's not. She's not in TNA. She's in AEW. That's where we're at. This is AEW.
Yes.
All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah, what happened to you?
I don't know, man. I got thrown off.
Yes.
Your dog farted. That's all I thought about for a second.
Fair enough.
Again, though, man, I think it's a great addition.
Yeah.
She's an actual, big name. This women's division is ramping up.
Is she the biggest name
of the horsewomen?
No, that AEW has gotten from the WWE.
Maybe probably Danielson.
Danielson's bigger.
Now, when he left WWE, he did main event at WrestleMania, but he got squashed out.
Right.
By Roman.
She main evented at WrestleMania.
And yeah, she didn't get squashed out.
Nope.
She left when her Naomi walked out.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Right. Yeah.
I would say probably still Danielson was the biggest name.
All right. She's a pretty big get.
I think so, man. I know other people on the network are Sasha haters.
She hasn't wrestled in like 2 years or whatever, right?
Who?
Sasha? How long has that injury been? That injury's been a long time.
A year, I think.
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's when she got injured against Willow.
Yeah. I thought it was a long time.
No, it hasn't been that long.
Oh, maybe she hasn't been on like American TV in that long because she, been, like, yeah.
But again, I think it's a great signing.
Yeah, for sure.
I've always been a Sasha fan. I'm not like a Sasha crazy nutcase who will attack you and try to get your Twitter banned, but
She left WWE in 2022, so she hadn't been on American cable TV in 2 years.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yes. But yeah, man, I fucking like Sasha.
She's only 32. Like, there's just
she's 32 years old, dude.
Yes.
I mean, she's got a lot of years left if she wants, because she is in a Star Wars. So
Snoop Dogg is her cousin, Brandy is her cousin, Ray J's her cousin,
Eddie Guerrero's her father,
and Daz Dillinger.
Ty Dillinger.
Daz Dillinger.
But yeah, good for her,
or
man.
simply Daz. I can't say what his other name was.
The Dazzler. Good for her, dude. Again, like I said, I know other people on this network aren't fans of her.
That's fine. You don't have to be.
Which is fine. You don't have to be. That's okay.
Yep.
But she's fucking cool as shit. So
I agree.
Happy she's here.
Yes. Well, and she was in a Star Wars, so
yes.
There you go.
Samoa Joe versus Wardlow for the AEW title.
Joe doesn't lose championships at the Garden, Brett.
He sure doesn't, and Wardlow doesn't ever win anything.
Why keep putting him in these situations? Because people legitimately like him.
Reason for it.
There's no reason for it. People legitimately like him.
Yeah.
Right? Every time he comes on, ever since everything after his initial first run has been him coming back after the company has buried him. He gets over again, and then they put him in a position that the company's not in a place for him to win, and he just fucking loses.
Yeah, like he did that little 2 or 3 weeks of promos he got to do, and they just
right. And we got a literal story time with Adam Cole. It just shut the fuck up.
Dude, that's like the coldest shit.
It's
not. There's colder.
There's colder.
But, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe wins.
Yes, he does.
Swerve comes out afterwards with a big old chain.
Yes.
He starts beating up security guards trying to hold him back.
Correct.
Joe walks away. My favorite part of this, when Joe was walking up the ramp and then one security guard was laying there, Joe just kicked him off the stage. Oh, God bless you, Samoa Joe. The Elite are walking down to talk to Alex Marvez.
Yes. Fathead Marvez.
Yeah, and it's one of their birthdays. I don't forget which one.
Matt.
And Okada puts his arm around Marvez and says, "Aren't you going to say happy birthday?" "Oh, happy birthday, Matt." No. Sing. And they start singing, and it cuts to commercial. And I said,
because that song's copyrighted.
I believe Okada so much. He is so perfect. And that leads into the 6-man tag.
It does.
Of the Elite
I thought this was really good.
Versus Eddie, Pac, and Penta. Yeah, man, this is super enjoyable.
They do the classic sort of heel thing. It's Eddie and Okada. That's the singles match we're going to get. So they start off together, and Okada does the heel tag out.
Love it.
And it pisses Eddie off. Blackpool Combat Club did the same thing with Claudio and Dragon Eddie. It works every fucking time.
Absolutely.
Copy an A, get an A. It's great stuff. Eddie calls Okada a bitch.
Yep.
It's crazy. I said this to you. It's crazy to me that you get Okada, who is arguably the best wrestler in the world. Internationally, probably the most known wrestler, right? The biggest star of Japan. We're going to talk about it later, but him leaving Japan has arguably crippled the industry.
Obliterated.
And his first singles program on TV is going to be against Eddie fucking Kingston, a dude who 3 years ago was almost out of the business because nobody wanted to give him a shot. And I know I talk about this all the time, but in 3 years, Eddie has been in the G1, has won titles, has held 3 titles, is going to probably be the only AEW Triple Crown champion ever. And then gets to be the guy who has the first singles program with Okada. Not Ospreay. Not Kenny's out. It probably would have been Kenny if Kenny was healthy. But not Kenny, not Pac, not Claudio, not Danielson, not Mox. Fucking Eddie Kingston is going to get to be the first program against Okada. It's fucking awesome.
It's so cool.
It's so good. Oh, when they finally do face off in this match, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, crowd's going nuts for it.
There's a point in this where they're beating on the Young Bucks, and Taz says, "Hey, take it easy. That's the Office." Just really funny.
I fucking love Taz. He's so perfect.
And then the Bucks, they low blow Eddie to beat him. You can't beat Eddie clean here. Eddie's going to lose clean probably this week coming up.
I love too when I don't know who was going into tag on the babyface team, but the guy yanked off the apron and Okada held his hand up to take the tag. Oh, it was so fucking funny. Yep. Like, Okada's the man. Yeah. And I know this has been said on Twitter, but all the idiots were like, well, how's it going to translate to American television?
By good quality.
He's the fucking man,
like,
okay?
Handsome playboy, dickish heel.
Yeah. He's amazing.
It's going to be great. He's going to show you how to tell a story in ring. He's one of the best at it. Yeah. He's going to show you in ring that he's a fucking bad guy. When he wrestles heel versus when he wrestles face is completely fucking different. Yep. A lot of wrestlers don't do that. Bryan Danielson's another one that does that. A lot of wrestlers wrestle the same way either way. Yep. That was always for the longest time like my problem with Randy Orton. He never switched. I appreciate Randy Orton now, but he never switched. His babyface or heel was based on if he smiled and if he was beating up a guy everybody else hated. Yeah. These guys like Okada do, when they wrestle heel versus when they wrestle babyface, it is completely different styles, and it's awesome. Yeah. He still has his signature shit. He's still going to hit his beautiful drop kick. Of course. But he tells a different story in that ring. He's so fucking good at it.
He's the fucking man. After this, I have the Will Ospreay promo.
Another. I didn't know that Ospreay was like, and like he's not cutting a wrestling promo necessarily. He's just coming out for a chat again, kind of. But he's like really connecting as like an everyman, which is a weird thing that I didn't think I'd ever see.
He is so over already.
He's super over, right?
It's funny. My friend JT, he said to me last night, he goes, "I didn't really know Ospreay had that in him." Right. And I was like, "Yeah, brother, time to catch up."
Sure does.
Again, I thought he cut a great promo with Danielson, just talking about how much he respects Danielson, but how he is the best wrestler in the world. Yeah. And the crowd chanting bruv at him, which he's like, I don't know, he says something like, "You cheeky bastards," or something British, I don't know. Right. And I saw the clip today of Meltzer and Alvarez talking about it, and Meltzer says, he goes, "Man, Triple H has got to be kicking himself for not signing this guy." He's like, he's so much more than just like the wrestler.
Absolutely.
He's like, but he's had 2 matches and what? Yeah. 2 promos and already he's huge.
So the thing is that sign him fine, whatever. It's sort of like talking about like Saquon, like he wasn't going to get any better on the Giants. The Giants didn't know how to use him. They didn't have the tools to use him properly, right? I don't think Hunter and WWE have a chance in hell of getting this Will Ospreay. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they know how to use him the right way. So, like, I think now they're like, oh, why don't we have this guy? But, like, I mean, one, you're not going to get this guy being a player coach to learn how to slow down from AJ Styles. But, like, I don't think.
Listen, Joe got the inside scoop
that true. Night. I don't think the system there facilitates this kind of Will Ospreay.
Yeah, I agree.
So, like, he could be jealous, sure, but he has to realize that he wasn't going to get this guy. They don't have the tools to get this guy there. Yeah. They don't want this. Like, what are you going to do? Put him against fucking Brian Pillman Jr. and expect this to happen? Ugh. Right? Who on WWE's roster can go with Will Ospreay like Takeshita did? Sami Zayn? Maybe. Cody can't.
No, not
Roman
like
can't.
Did.
Not like these 2 matches we've seen, right?
No, you're right. You're
so
right.
Who's there to get this Ospreay out of Ospreay? Nobody. So of course you're hurt that the competition got him and paid a shit ton of money for him. Yeah. You weren't going to get this guy. You were going to give him some stupid name. He was going to be wearing like a bowler cap and a monocle. Right? You know what I mean? Like what?
Yeah, look what they did. Look what they did to Pete Dunne for a while.
Right? Are they going to put him in NXT and have him wrestle fucking Braun Breaker? He's not. They don't have the right facilities from a televised wrestling TV standpoint to get this Will Ospreay. It just wouldn't have happened. Yeah. Same thing with Okada. You're just not getting it out of him because you don't know how to use that talent. WWE has no idea. Like, Triple H must look at the way Will Ospreay wrestles and think it's fucking David Copperfield mirror tricks.
It's true. So, next thing I have is Switchblade versus Darby.
Yeah.
I thought this was fucking awesome.
So, I don't understand AEW's doctor clearance policies.
Why? Because Darby has the big open wound that Wardlow had.
That's
what it is. It transferred over somehow.
Because commentary makes a very big point into saying, I saw Darby's open wound.
Sure.
And it was gaping. So, but he's bandaged. He comes out dressed like the Invisible Man.
Sure did.
He's bandaged all over his body.
Yeah.
To cover his wounds. And you were like, all right, well, we already know he's leaving. We know he's going to climb Everest.
Please don't die.
So, it's fine. He'll be all right. Whatever. And if he's not, he'll be the next marker. I'll tell you how far you are. But you would think like, all right, we know he's leaving, right? Because even at the end of this match, they sort of like jump him out, and it's like, yeah, you got to get him off TV. Even though we know he's leaving, he's still got to do this business here, right? So you can come back around. But like, he then just does a coffin drop to the apron.
He's insane, dude.
Right? Like, he's so banged up. He at any point could be like, I'm gonna go half speed. Nobody's gonna care. Everybody's still going to fucking love him. Yep. Seeing how bandaged up he was and how close in proximity that the ladder through glass spot was to everyone's brain. If he came out and just half-assed it, which is still almost a whole ass more than most people have, then nobody's going to complain. They'll be like, oh, good for Darby. Good for Arby's. Good for Arby's. Good for Darby. He slowed down a little bit. He's going on this trip. He's a little banged up. So he's going to take it a little easy. Let Switch make him look good, which Switch does anyway.
No half step in here, brother.
But instead he just takes a full on bump to the fucking apron from the ring or from the turnbuckle. Yep. Insane that like Switch fucking moves.
I loved that when Darby went to springboard off the second rope, and when Switch caught him and just German suplexed him. I don't know why it was so fucking subtle, but it's just unreal, man. I love Jay White. I think he's in the ring, he's another guy's underrated in this company.
I wanted to talk to this with you. Like, so they have a pretty good spot. I think Jay and Juice take over the world if Juice comes back, right? But Tony Khan is certainly keeping him in a spot we like to see. This is a good beatdown and everything, right? But Jay White leaves New Japan 2 years ago. Because he was like, there's no room at the top for me here.
He did everything.
Right. I did everything.
Money, right. He wanted to live in the U.S.
Right. I did everything here. There's no room at the top. Okada's still there. He's got a lockdown. Ospreay, all these guys. Like, I'm going to see what else I can do. I've done everything I needed here. And when Omega left, they did sort of try and force the piece of Switchblade in a little bit.
It took a while to work.
And it did. And he caught on. And he comes into AEW, and I think he's doing great work. I think Bullet Club Gold is really cool and fun, and they have a great entrance and all that. But now, in 2024, he's in AEW with Ospreay and Okada.
Sure.
And it's like, Kingston, right. And it's just like, that's the thing. Like, you're right. He has Eddie Kingston beat him so he can never wrestle New Japan again and all that. And I'm just like, do you think he sort of sits back and he's like, fuck, I'm the same. I mean, he's getting paid, so it's fine. He's being used well, but he's like, these guys are back again. Yeah, I got to deal with these guys.
I just think, hey, man, he's getting paid.
Right.
Again, he wanted to live in the U.S., so he's living in the U.S. now.
Yeah,
he's fine. I think he's perfectly fine.
I think he's perfectly fine. But I think he's one of the top like 2 or 3 dudes that, as far as like championship potential and like top of the card, face of the company potential, got knocked down the most pegs because of Okada and Ospreay and everything. Because like, he has that former IWGP title holder and all that, but then these guys show up and then they're the exciting new toys for AEW, and he's like, all right, I'm still over here in a trio. Yeah, whatever.
I
don't think he's hurting.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from with that for sure. I don't think his star power is like taking a hit at all.
No.
Again, I think on the mic he's awesome. In the ring he's fucking even better.
Yeah.
At the end of this they turn on the Acclaimed. So that's finally done. The Bang Bang Scissor Gang is done.
Yeah.
Like you said, thank God, because Max Caster, man, I'm like way over that guy at this point.
Well, and like he did that. He posted something with him and Sammy when Mercedes and Sasha showed up, which people were like, "That's shitty taste." Whatever.
I don't know.
And like I saw rumors that he was suspended. Yeah. Which clearly maybe he's getting suspended after he drops the belts. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But
so you're like, oh, you can see why Bowens never posts pictures with him outside of the ring.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think they hang out together.
No, that's yeah.
But yeah,
it's
man,
certainly something.
Yeah.
The fall of the Acclaimed is going to be something that wrestling people can study. They were the hottest act in that company. And then they didn't pull the trigger, and they didn't pull the trigger, and then they pulled the trigger, then they didn't have the merch.
Well, yeah.
And then they unpulled the trigger, and then they've just been slowly falling down that hill.
But I love the match.
Yeah. I like Billy getting clubbered.
Yeah, I love the post-match stuff, man.
Pillmanizing Darby's leg. Yeah.
Yeah, this was great shit. And that's going to lead me to the first question of the week.
Ooh.
So this is from Daniel Silverthorne.
Oh, one of my favorite people.
Silverthorne's
legit.
Great.
Legit.
And it kind of talks about like what we talked about a little bit last week.
Yeah.
With only Darby as a real face paint character now in wrestling, R.I.P. the Demon gimmick, and Cage doesn't count, he's a machine. Who would you like to see rebrand and become a face paint person?
It's a good question.
I know. We kind of pondered this last week.
A little bit.
Yeah.
We pondered more of it.
Like who
could it happen?
Yeah,
could a makeup person happen again?
You know what? And I kind of forgot about it, but Asuka does it now.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
But
Asuka, like, in promos doesn't, which
right.
Hey, Sting didn't do it all the time.
Right, well, and something like
Sting was
Balor used to do the demon thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, like, face paint all the time, like, various looks and colors, like a big colorful face
Abaddon
paint.
does it.
Yeah, it's a little different, though.
Yeah.
Because, like, Sting, like, Abaddon, same thing with, like, Finn and Abaddon, like, it's a character they're playing.
Sure.
You know, like,
Sting
Abaddon.
was just cool as fuck.
Right. Sting's just cool as fuck.
Yeah.
That, you know, like, that kind of stuff, like, you know, Demolition just wore face paint. Like, it's just what it was.
Yep.
They just wore face paint.
Yeah.
Who would I like to see in face paint? You know, I wouldn't. Who do I think has the presence in current day wrestling to do some face paint? Who's got a dark side that they can unlock?
I hate to almost cop out, but I don't know anybody.
Right. It's tough, right? Because it is a certain aura. So the thing that just popped in my brain that's a bit of a cop out is I wouldn't mind if Takeshita did the Mike Awesome Gladiator face paint.
He'd look adorable.
Very subtle, you know, like it doesn't make him a face paint guy, but I think that would look kind of cool. So my brain is trying to find somebody that could do face paint but mysterious, like a Muda sort of thing, because I don't think there's just like a badass baby face that can wear face paint anymore. Cage fucking tries, right?
But
I don't know. It's tough. And I'm trying to think like across all the companies, like who could it be that could wear face paint? But you have to be, especially now, like a pretty prominent baby face and confident, like, to do it. Because, like, Stinger, like, all the confidence in the world, and it was never looked at as silly. Yeah. I think if you came out in the big jacket with the pads now, you'd ever be like, what the fuck is this?
It was just a thing of its time. The 80s and the 90s.
It really
was still fun. And
yeah.
I don't really...
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, but I don't really have an answer.
Yeah.
You know, like, House of Black busted out for big matches.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
But they're not face paint all the time, guys, you know?
Brody King looks so fucking cool.
I have to. I'll send you a picture later because I forgot to take pictures of it. I got the Blood and Guts 2-pack in.
Oh, did you?
Dude,
everybody said that's really cool.
Awesome. Yeah, I actually forgot I ordered it.
That's funny.
It came in the other day because my Swerve was coming in, and I went outside. There was a big box. I go, what the fuck for one figure?
Right,
that was in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like it's a great question, but I just don't.
You know, okay, I have it right here. There's one person.
Statlander?
There's one person.
She used to do the half.
Yeah, there's one person in AEW.
Okay.
That could become a face paint guy. And nobody would bat an eye. He's in a tag team, and I don't know that his tag team partner can hold it off, but they are both, or pull it off, but they are both engaged outside of their tag team right now. So they're essentially singles guys. Okay. I think you could paint up Daddy Magic.
That's the right answer. 110% Daddy Magic.
I like the way he cuts his promos, the way he can get a crowd
wrestler,
right. Man. Like I think you could paint up Daddy Magic and nobody bats a fucking eye, and he's just ultimately fucking cooler.
Cheers to that. Yes, that's, Daddy Magic.
Daddy Magic is the answer, I think. So
it's a big goof.
I think that's the answer. Just a maple leaf on his forehead, like whatever.
Something. Yeah, that's the right answer.
Yeah, Daddy Magic.
Daddy Magic. Yes, absolutely. Silverthorne, take it to the bank. It's Daddy Magic.
Daddy Magic.
That's so perfect. I love him.
Keep these questions coming. I love it. Questions from everybody. If we just become a wrestling questions podcast, I'm fine.
With that.
We're just two guys asking questions.
You ain't gonna rope me into that one. You're a guy asking questions.
We're just a couple guys answering questions.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
For real. I wouldn't mind
wrestling questions, dating advice, whatever you want. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, dating advice.
That's fine. I'm dated and
you've been fucking married forever. I'm out there bipping and bopping.
I know, I'm working on 20 years of being
you're
single.
Fucking married forever, and I'm just doing my thing.
Scooping and booping.
Sure, we'll call it that. Still undefeated. So
that stroller ever go away? Or is it still sitting there?
No, it's gone.
Did you get rid of it, or somebody come and take it?
Somebody must have got rid of it. Probably my aunt in the restaurant was probably, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Jarrett Hook happens. I don't give a shit. This sucks.
Gates of Agony's got new gear, new entrance gear.
Great.
That's cool.
Sure.
They are a tried and true Ring of Honor act. It's where they belong.
Yep.
No Nana. I don't know if they're doing that on purpose because Nana's with Swerve and like Swerve's babyface, so these guys are heel. Good for them getting the new look and the new gear. I particularly like the new matching gear.
Sure.
But Jarrett Hook, oh my god,
sucks, dude.
And then I thought they were announcing they were entering the tag tournament.
I did too.
But they instead announced they're wrestling each other. Jericho versus Hook is...
Jericho needs to go away.
Yep.
I'm sorry. And I'll tell you what, too. And I agree with this. Tim texted me last night. And he said, he goes, I need less Hook.
Yeah. Yep.
Too much Hook lately.
We said this a couple weeks ago. Hook got overexposed in a couple of matches they put him in. They put him in some bigger time matches. He got overexposed.
Yeah.
He got in the ring sort of looking around, spinning in circles a little bit. I think he has potential. I think they like him because he's Taz's boy and they like Taz. But yeah.
Love Taz.
But Hook has to beat Jericho, right?
I don't know.
Or do they make Jericho FTW champion?
I don't think it's for the FTW.
No.
I just don't.
Yeah, it's...
And I said that.
Jericho ain't gonna be able to walk this kid through the match.
Jericho's doing the Lionheart thing and
trying to stay relevant, trying to get that nostalgia pop now.
Old people, they love the Lionheart, right?
If
guys?
they don't have that dumb fucking song to sing, they're not interested.
Yeah, like get this guy out of here. Right. I'm just done with it. There's no place for it.
I listen to White Zombie all the time, and Electric Head came on my Spotify today, and I flipped it. I was like, I can't.
Yeah, I'm all set over here, brother.
Done. Double dunzo right there, dude.
And then main event. Right.
Yeah, well, we do get Cool Kyle announcing his first match back.
Right.
Excited for Cool Kyle. Can't wait for that match.
Yeah, that's on Collision against Brian Keith.
Yes.
That should be really good.
It should be really good. And then, main event, Willow versus Riho.
Yeah.
Cool to see. A lot of people were like, did Mercedes misspeak when she said this was the main event? Nope. No, everybody. Have you ever watched wrestling before? Sasha's last match, Mercedes' last match was against Willow. She got hurt. Yep. Willow wins that title that Sasha was very clearly supposed to win. So you got to run that back.
Eventually.
You got to get that. You got to get back to that in some way, right? Yep. Sasha's got to get her fucking win.
Yep.
And this is probably my favorite Riho match.
That one she had against Serena Deeb a couple years ago on that pay-per-view show was really fucking good.
But like Willow looks good here. They're killing each other. They're laying their shit in. Everything's tight. I like this match.
This was a lot better than I expected it to be.
The crowd liked it. I was into it.
Yeah.
I thought this was a good main event for this show.
Willow wins with a Dr. Bomb.
A great Dr. Bomb.
Yes. The lights go out. The lights go out.
They do. I thought this is where I thought Mercedes was going to come out here.
Oh, really?
I did.
I thought it was going to be like somebody returning.
I forgot that Willow was in this deal with Julia and whatever.
So Julia's hard standing by the ring. Sky Blue attacks from behind. They're beating the shit out of her. Mercedes Moné comes out for the save in her ring gear, which... Fuck yeah, why not?
Costume change.
Yeah.
And then, stars do.
Willow kind
That's
of
Macho Man.
is like, it's true. Willow kind of like is a little hesitant, but then raises her hand, says, welcome.
Right.
So who knows what's going to happen.
And the thing with Mercedes Moné is that like, we don't know what she is yet. She can. This was her hometown. She could be heel. Sure. We could be running heel boss here. We could do what because like Willow's babyface.
Yeah. I think
you could do whatever you want at this point. She'll be a babyface in Boston forever. Sure. But that's fine.
If I'm having the pencil, I do think Stat is going to turn on Willow.
Seems to be going that way, right?
Because there's a little thing they posted online afterwards where Stat and Stoker are in the trainer room, and Stat's like, oh, I was watching your match, and then I got hit from behind, and I don't know what happened, and that's why I didn't come out to help you.
Sure.
So I wonder if Stat and Stoker, because there's going to be the dissension, because Statlander couldn't beat Riho, but Willow did, so...
Right. Yep.
We'll see what happens.
At the end of the day, if this gets Willow raised up in the rankings and stuff, I'm not going to be mad about it.
No, Willow Stat will be fun if that's a program.
Right, Willow rules. So she should have been higher up in the card a long time ago.
Willow starts teaming with Mercedes. Stat gets fucking pissed off.
Right, there you go.
We'll see what happens.
Right.
So
boom.
There we go. So that was the end of America.
It is.
Before we take a trip,
America.
I think it's time for Mr. Tim Taylor.
Oh, shit. We're doing this now?
Yes, we are.
I heard the T word and I was like, Terry Funk. Yes, Terry Funk's time. You're right.
Well, we'll do Tim Taylor's time, then Terry Funk's time.
All right. 2 T's over here.
And now the Tim Taylor question of the week.
What do we got?
All right. So before we do this,
are we doubling it from this guy?
We are.
From
this guy.
Listen.
From this fucking guy.
Listen, this fucking guy over here. Last week he leaves you fucking hanging.
No, I left him.
No. It's on
me, brother.
This is our show. You don't take the blame for that.
I will.
You
hand up.
He leaves us hanging.
Hand up.
We call him out, and he throws you under the bus.
That's on me.
What kind of attitude is that?
It's on me.
He comes up to the Tsunami Network North of the compound 3 times. Sleeps here. Thinks he can. You think
sleeps here?
You think he could miss a question and then double up the next week?
It's on me, brother.
I'm not blaming you. I'll never blame you.
Aw, thanks.
Get your shit together, Tim. That's all I'm saying.
Tim, I love you.
All right. What are the questions?
First question.
I'm only going to answer one of them.
If you found a magic lamp, even though it says if you found a magic lamp. I found a magic lamp.
I've been in a couple magic laps.
Damn or two in my day.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you found a magic lamp that contained a genie that could grant you 3 wishes about wrestling, with the caveat that it would have had to have been within the last 6 months. Okay. What 3 wishes are you making? Standard genie rules apply, such as not wishing for more wishes.
That's a shame. How's that a standard genie rule? That's what everybody does.
So 3 wishes.
3 wishes.
My first wish, which, I gotta represent for my boy.
I don't have an idea of what 6 months ago was and what has happened, so we'll just.
I wish that. That was in August. Technically, it's March. So
right.
Is it 6 months?
We're talking.
I'm playing fast and fucking loose. Right. Okay.
We're talking September through now.
I wish that the Bucks and Punk could have settled their differences.
Okay.
And we could have got Punk FTR versus Kenny and the Bucks.
All right.
I feel like there was so much money to be made there.
Okay.
That could have headlined Wembley.
Yeah.
That could have been great television, I think. Mm-hmm. Again, I'm happy with what AEW is doing right now. I'm happy with the acquisitions. Yeah. No fucking doubt.
Mm-hmm.
I will not complain at all.
Sure.
But I feel that there was so much interesting television and money that could have come from that.
Mm-hmm.
If people could have swallowed their pride.
Yeah.
But didn't happen. And now, I don't know, the wrestling world's insane still to me.
Yes, for sure.
That's my number 1.
Okay.
How about your number 1?
My number 1 is kind of a new one. It just popped into my head. I wish that sometime in the last 6 months, New Japan had moved on from Gato.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I will agree full tilt with you on that, especially,
I think if they had moved on from Gato, they could be better prepared for the situation they're in that we're going to talk about in a little bit.
Okay. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Number 2, my second wish. And this is still kind of recent as well. I wish TNA hadn't like completely lost all their fucking momentum.
Okay.
They were coming out of the name change, the pay-per-view, the first Ospreay Alexander match on Impact when they were back, and it felt like they really were like, okay, we're getting the ball fucking rolling here. Let's rock. And then Scott D'Amore got canned, and it's kind of a whatever product at this point. I mean, your champ is Moose. Your tag champs are Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers. You know, there's other people there that I feel I wish were featured more. And listen, I know Alex Shelley had a nice run with the title, but, you know, it is what it is at this point. But it just feels like that initial burst of, oh shit, like TNA's back. They got Okada to forgive them.
Right.
You know, it was a nice moment, but it seems like all that's just kind of evaporated at this point.
Yes.
Not ever saying that they were going to nip at like AEW's heels, but I just think, nah, you're TNA and TNA's going to TNA. And again, thank you, Brian Myers, for the tickets. But you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my 2.
Is that all it is? Is 2 wishes?
No,
3 wishes.
Yeah, we have 3. So, wish the second.
My wish the second is it's a sadder one, and I looked. It's just outside of 6 months.
You're crying.
No, I'm not crying. Okay. It's a sadder one though. I know everyone's going to be sad for me a little bit. I wish that Terry Funk had been in better health so that AEW could have done something with him at a Texas show.
Yeah, even just to have him
I don't want him in the ring. I'm not saying a match.
No.
I'm saying like a backstage segment, or he's in the crowd. Yeah. Something that they could put his picture up and have him interact with some people backstage. Because we ended up getting Ric Flair, which is whatever. But I think it would have been really nice for AEW to acknowledge Terry. And I think if Terry was in better health, I think he'd fucking love what AEW was doing.
Yeah, I do too.
I think he would love that Junior has some competition.
Yeah.
And I just feel that he would be enjoying himself, and I would like to see him in a similar just a recognition thing. I'm not saying like Arn where he's on TV all the time or something, but when you're passing through Texas, let's see Terry Funk in that front row. Just
like how Kevin Von Erich got brought out when the Iron Claw was coming out. And Von Erich, he said very nice things about Tony Khan this week.
He did, yes.
He said, wrestling needs guys like him.
Right.
And if Kevin Von Erich's saying it, that's gospel to me.
Yep.
My third wish. This is a tough one. I wish that, and I think we'll talk about it a little bit later. I wish that Japanese wrestling didn't fall and feel as ice cold as it does right now.
Sure.
New Japan is ice cold.
Yeah,
Noah's ice cold.
I was thinking about making one of my wishes Noah, but you're right saying all of it.
They are ice cold. Yep. All Japan, I know people try to say they're on the rise, but I just still don't see it. Right. Obviously all the shit that's going on with Stardom. Tokyo Joshi Pro, it scratches an itch, but it's not, it's not fully what I want.
No, it's all good wrestling, but it's not. Yeah.
No. And again, I'm very excited to go see Tokyo Joshi Pro. It's going to be awesome. I think they have some great wrestlers there.
Yes.
And I do watch them quite a bit. But, it's not that feeling. And I know the popular thing is restore the feeling right now.
Right.
It just feels very dead.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I love watching Japanese wrestling. It's my preferred taste.
Right.
I think it's your preferred taste. Yeah, I don't know. And it kind of coincides with your Gato wish. Like, yeah,
the feeling's not there right now.
Right now, it's just not.
Right.
And it's sad, and I wish it was.
Yeah.
What's probably the most enjoyment I'm getting out of Japanese wrestling right now? Probably shit in like DDT. DDT and Stardom and Tokyo Joshi Pro.
Mm-hmm.
But like the so-called big three promotions,
no.
not giving me a lot to work
with.
Right.
They're not. It's liking indies.
Yeah.
So that was your third?
Yeah.
So my third is really quick, and I thought it popped in my brain after you had just said something. My third wish is that the Iron Claw got nominated in some way for an Oscar, particularly the dude that played Fritz.
Yeah, I agree.
I think everybody else did a really great job, and they all could have been nominated, and nobody would have really batted an eye. But the dude that played Fritz should have got Best Supporting Actor nod, and the movie should have got Best Screenplay or Best Picture. I know it's a crowded fucking field,
sure,
but let's throw an indie movie in there, like another indie movie in there, I guess. Mm-hmm. I think it was really deserving, and I think a lot of people think that, and I think that just the nomination from one person or anything would have got more eyes on it. I have people who aren't wrestling fans that were like, that's my favorite movie of the year.
That's perfect.
So
I was just out with some friends the other night, and again, not a wrestling fan, and he said he loved it.
Yeah.
And I kind of, he liked wrestling back when he was younger. He's my age. And, I said it's not a movie about wrestling. Right. And he said he kind of feared that's what it was going to be going into it. And he said, no, you're completely right. Yeah. He got the story and the feelings and the emotions. And, I agree 1,000% with you on that.
I'm not going to play the jingle again. Well, let's Tim's got another one.
He sure does.
All right.
Timsy question
2.
Number 2.
Yeah.
What is your stance on championships in a promotion? It's almost on rotation every couple weeks that there's too many titles in wrestling. Do you agree? Is there a sweet spot for titles, and who is closest to your ideal title situation?
So I don't think the problem is championships. The problem is bookers, right? I think WWE made a big dumb mistake when they added the Seth Rollins belt.
I agree.
And I know a lot of people say that AEW has too many, and they probably do, particularly when the Ring of Honor belts get involved on the regular show. But it's booking, right? New Japan has 90 fucking belts. Like all the Japanese promotions have a shit ton. And there's times when you have the wherewithal and the ability to book good programs for every single one of them. I don't mind. But it could get confusing. You and I were sitting on the porch talking about brand splits and where how you would put what titles where.
So you mean we were talking on the porch?
Ooh, yes. Talk Porch is the name of that show.
Torchbach.
Talk porching. But I don't mind AEW setup really. I think they do a pretty good job most of the time. I think Tony Khan has a hard time transitioning belts, i.e. OC to Roddy. But who has it right? I mean, TNA only has a handful of belts, right? They got the World, the X, and the tags, and the digital media.
Yeah, that thing's a joke.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's a part of TNA at this point. But yeah. World, X, men's tag, women's tag, knockouts.
Oh, they have a women's tag too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm glad AEW hasn't gotten a women's tag yet. That's going to be a mess.
Those seem to not work.
AEW, I think
unless it's the Kabuki Warriors.
Yeah, I think AEW has some redundant titles, but it mostly doesn't bother me. It depends on who has them. New Japan putting the Never on like Tama Tonga and then like Evil and shit. I love the Never belt, but I think that's bad decision making. But they also added a title that nobody really needed, and Zack Sabre Jr. had an incredible fucking run with it.
Yep.
So it's all about how you do it.
I tend to agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't like when titles get forgotten.
Right.
Like WWE, they had a famous track record where they didn't have an Intercontinental title match on WrestleMania for a bunch of years.
Right.
Like, that's supposed to be your number 2 title. How do you not have a match for that,
Right. I'll tell you who has the worst title situation right now, and it looks like they're going to start rectifying it, is Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor has too many titles for the caliber of show it is.
They're adding another title.
Are they?
The Women's Television Championship.
Oh. God.
Yeah, man.
But the trios are probably going away. I think the pure should go away again.
That belt wasn't great when it was originally there.
Nope.
And those matches
I think it should be.
They sucked the life out of the building.
World, Ring of Honor especially. Your number one world champion, whatever you want to call him, heavyweight world champion, whatever.
Now, and here's
tags,
the thing: do you
a mid card and a women's?
Do you consider that its own singular belt again?
The Ring of Honor title?
Yeah.
Ask me next week.
Yeah, right. Because that situation.
Ask me next week.
Is very confusing.
Yeah.
I like a lot of what AEW is doing right now.
Yeah.
I also have my problems because that's confusing.
Right.
And hey, where'd those rankings go?
Yeah. Well.
Put out
the pasture a second time.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really bother me as long as you're doing right stuff with them. Like you said, if you have a title holder and you're not using them, then get rid of that title because titles mean you should have a program for everybody. I don't mind there being titles used as something to strive for in a certain division or part of the show or whatever.
Yeah.
But if there's somebody who holds a title and you're not using them for weeks and weeks, then you should consider the person who's holding it, or if the belt should matter.
And here's an issue too, though. I do think, and if it gets a little off course, I apologize, but I don't think everything needs to be about a title.
No.
Either. You do have your feuds that don't need titles.
Yeah.
Like I look at WrestleMania, and there's so many titles that you need to fit in, but you also are, I guess, doing LA Knight, AJ Styles. Like that doesn't need a title. Danielson Ospreay, that doesn't need a title, which is nice, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you have these belts, you probably should fucking use them, you know?
Right. And but there is other ways to combat that, right? So like All Japan has actually a pretty good setup because they have, I don't know exactly, but the Triple Crown, obviously, which is 3 belts, but it's 1. That's 1. Those will never be broken up.
Yeah.
And they have like their tag belts and whatever, and the junior belt, which is fine. But then instead of like belts for people, you win stuff, which AEW kind of does with the Owen Hart thing and the Continental Classic, but they made that a belt and whatever. You sort of, I didn't hold the title, but like this guy in All Japan won the, Champions Carnival 2 or 3 times yeah. Right. So like they're not titles, but they are still a prestigious thing accomplishment that you've had.
Yeah.
And that might be a better way of doing it and also help with like shaping your company of contenders and rankings and blah, blah, blah. But
also belts are fucking cool.
Also belts are cool, right? So
they're real cool.
Whatever.
I don't hate on belts ever.
No,
so
it's fine.
Well, Tim, thank you. I'm sorry.
Listen, one question next week, all right, pal?
Tim,
unless it's a two-parter.
You can ask all you want, baby.
Unless it's a 2-parter.
Listen, Tim,
not a patented Ed Cody 2-parter, but a 2-parter nonetheless.
Tim, whatever you want to know, you ask away. But thank you, Tim. You're the fucking man. And with that said, before we take a world tour,
yes,
Terry Funk has a message that he wants to relay to old Satchel Ass himself.
That's what I was going to call him.
Cactus Jack.
And looking forward to the 15th. The Funker. Oh, Cactus Jack, 1-on-1, me and you. You know I can't stand your flagellating family. You know what I'm going to do, me and you, April the 15th? I'm going to kill you. That's right. I'm going to kill Cactus Jack. I may get the chair, but I'm going to kill him. No, I'm going to tell you what. I might just torture him, and then I'm going to kill him. No, I may kill him, and then I'm going to torture him. No, I'll tell you what. I'm going to castrate him first, then I'm going to kill him, and then I'm going to torture him. No, whoa, wait a minute. What am I going to do? I'm going to castrate him, kill him, torture him, and then I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to strap him into the bumper of my 55 Buick, and I'm going to pull that son of a bitch down the main street of Philadelphia. That's what I'm going to do. Do you ever look at Cactus Jack? Did you ever look at his face? Oh, what a face he's got. If I had a face like him, I'd have it circumcised. Oh, I am looking so forward to this. Shane Douglas, I've had enough of you and your comments about people that I love and I respect. And Cactus Jack, I've had enough of your body, of your thoughts that you are a wonderful professional wrestler. You actually believe that. Well, I prove to you that I am the man, and I will always be the man. On April the 15th, it's going to be a hot time at the ECW Arena.
Hey, look at us.
Hey, we're here.
We made it. What a madman Terry
We didn't
is.
get dragged down Broad Street tied to a 55 Buick.
No.
Like
Nope.
Mr. Satchel Ass.
Nope. And our faces are still intact.
They sure are.
So-
all right, so Japan.
Japan.
We're here. We
weren't
actually
here last
have
week.
some stuff.
A little bit.
What do you want to talk about first? Because that's going to coincide with the way I'm going
Ooh.
to shape out the question.
Well, let's talk about New Japan first, because it's the first in my
Okay,
notes.
let's talk about New Japan. New Japan Cup
So,
still rocking and
we're-
rolling. Do you have your bracket? Did you update your bracket?
Oh, shit, it's in the other room. Should I go get
You
it?
could go get it.
All right, let me go get it. You vamp. You
Yeah.
vamp a little bit.
Yeah, so, hey, everybody. This is your pal Brett. I'm vamping. You can go watch the movie Vamp. That's on Shudder right now, I think.
It's on Tubi.
Okay, sorry, it's on Tubi as well. How's everybody doing? How are we feeling out there? How's your life? Is your life okay? Is your life not okay? I can get you in touch with a life coach or a death coach if that seems fit. What do you think about the Eagles signing Saquon Barkley? I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I could talk. I'm the only one in this room right now, so I'm the one who's able to talk. I don't know. Other than that, go eat some chicken wings.
I'm going to edit all that out.
No, you're not. Go eat some chicken wings. Chicken wings are cool. I'm a big fan of chicken wings.
I'm back.
All right, now that you had that brisk power walk
Yeah,
to
yeah,
go
yeah.
get your
All right.
fucking shit.
All right.
I don't have the cards pulled up or anything.
Okay, I don't think we need them.
Did you already update? Have you been updating as the time goes on?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so
I've only gone 3 matches wrong so far.
oh, look at you. All right, I watched.
Did Owens wrestle Goto yet?
I don't fucking.
Okay.
You can pull up Cage Match.
yeah.
So night 4 of
Yep.
the New Japan Cup. I think this was still in the first round.
We're 7 nights in,
It is the first.
and there's only 2 matches I've given a shit to watch.
Yeah, me too. This was the first match that I watched of the whole tournament. It wasn't until the 4th fucking night. And we said when we went over the bracket, this is probably the only first round matchup I gave a shit about.
Yep.
The Gene Blast himself, Yota Tsuji, going up against Jeff Cobb. I thought this was actually pretty fucking awesome. Seeing Tsuji in the main event and against a great opponent in Cobb, I thought. I thought their styles were perfect.
Mm-hmm.
2 power dudes just muscling each other, doing some big boy shit.
Absolutely.
Yota Tsuji looked like a fucking star here.
Yeah, this was the best. I mean, this is the first one we watched from the Cup, but it felt like wrestling.
Yeah, this was certainly wrestling. I got my fill of wrestling here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, I thought that this match was fucking awesome. I loved Tsuji doing the stomp from the top rope. That was fucking gnarly.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Cobb throwing him around like a child was pretty sick too.
Yes.
Tsuji looked great. He absolutely looked like a star here.
Mm-hmm.
Please keep the momentum fucking going, New Japan, because this is a guy you can get behind. There's 2 right now
Right.
that are young that you can really get behind. It's him and Shooter, and you're not giving a fuck about Shooter, which makes me sad.
Right.
I want to see Tsuji beat Naito for the belt.
Yes.
I think that should happen. If it doesn't happen here or winning this tournament, have it at Dominion. Again, listen, I love Naito. Thank you for all you've done, but
Yeah.
if Will Ospreay ain't in the ring, you ain't putting in your best effort at this point.
Fair.
So,
So we're not quite done with the second round. So we still have Zack Sabre Jr. versus Ren Narita to happen, and Yota Tsuji ELP.
That'll probably be dope.
Still has to happen.
This was a second round match, I believe. The only other match we watched.
Yes.
Shingo Takagi versus Gabe Kidd.
This was second round, yeah.
I had high hopes for this.
Me too.
They were not met.
Underwhelmed, yeah. It wasn't bad.
It's not bad at all.
Right.
But I wanted more out of this.
Right. So the thing that this match made me realize is that maybe New Japan is worse off than I thought, because like I put a lot of hope in Shingo. I like Shingo. He's won the IWGP.
Yeah, I think it was like a COVID run though.
Yeah, but he's one of their better wrestlers who's left at the top. He's one of their bigger stars with a bigger fan reaction. And Kidd is being sort of the breakout star of the Bullet Club, and this is the best they can do. Not pumped about it. Not pumped about it.
No. Who's left?
So
in this fucking godforsaken tournament.
So
2 fucking matches that I've watched.
Right. So so moving on to the third round. We don't have Tsuji ELP.
That's okay.
Saber Narita, but I'm thinking that's going to be Tsuji versus Saber. The third round.
You would
has to be
think.
right. So we now have for the third round matches, Sonata versus Jungle Jack Perry.
Oh, that big
because Perry beat Yano.
Rematch we needed.
Right. God, I hope they don't get Perry his win back. And then David Finlay Goto, because Goto beat Owens in a match that I will not ever watch.
Fuck that.
And then on the other side of the bracket, it is now Evil versus Shingo because Evil beat Hikuleo.
I don't give a fuck about Evil.
And then whatever this, which I'm assuming is going to be Yota Tsuji versus Jack Saber.
I know you didn't mention it.
Jack Saber, I said.
But that match, or that fucking clip from Tongawa with David Finlay.
Yeah.
It's a bit, right?
No.
It has to be a bit.
No.
It has to. You cannot purposely be that bad.
Yep. I think he's doing, I don't think it's a bit at all.
Dude, is he trying to get, let go?
I don't think it's a bit.
Or it was so bad.
I think I think whatever his last injury was that was real bad that had him out for a long time broke him.
Listeners, I know we're talking about it. He goes to do a 619 to Finlay, and it just looks like pure fucking dog shit. He did the Kamigoye knee the other day, and it looked fucking terrible.
It's like his new finish now too, or something.
Oh, and
terrible.
He even tweeted about it, saying this was absolute shit, and I was like.
Did he really?
I'm like, okay,
that?
So either you're mocking people that think you suck, or you're just trying to get fired.
I don't think he's trying to get fired. I think this is what he does now. I think this is his caliber of wrestling.
God damn it, dude! Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah.
Which that's going to lead me into the first part of the Ed Cody question. Ed from Hayabusa, please come back. Question 1: New Japan fucking sucks, right?
Yep.
LOL. Who's still on the roster would you want to see leave next? With the caveat that they have to start their own vanity promotion like Mr. Ganasuke's WMF or Kibashi's Fortune Dream shows.
Okay.
So I thought about it. Probably Shingo.
Yeah.
I get him out if they're not doing anything with him.
Right.
Get him out of there. Let my boy go.
Sure.
Sure, he could run his own promotion. Just don't have any monkeys around.
Yeah,
don't fucker was involved in that bullshit.
Don't let him. What was I say? Don't. Or he can come over and wrestle Eddie. That'll work.
Or he can just go be in Shingo's new promotion.
Sure, I like that.
Takagi Pro.
Yes.
Shingo Pro.
Shingo Mania.
All right.
Mine comes with a caveat. Depending on the end of this New Japan Cup, the man has basically begged this company to trust him and put something of significance on him here. Zack Sabre Jr. If he doesn't win this cup on his way to winning the big title, I think we get a grapple fuck vanity promotion, ZSJ Pro,
ZWFI,
whatever. And he just is like, all right, well, I'm just gonna grapple fuck all the people I want to grapple fuck with. So, but only if he doesn't win the New Japan Cup.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with him there. I don't know if
I'll tell you what. Looking at my bracket, I'm not excited about how many possible ways New Japan can screw this up. Because there's a lot of ways, right? So they can go Jack Perry.
Man, remember last year the New Japan Cup when it was like Ospreay Sabre and Shingo? Oh my god!
So
what happened?
My final four are Sonata, Finlay, Shingo, and Zack Sabre.
Okay.
So if they want Jack Perry to get his win back off of Sonata, Jack Perry can win and be in the final four against Finlay. There's no way Finlay's not making it. He's beaten Goto. They're not putting Goto in the final four. They just don't like him that much.
They should.
But if Perry makes it through against Sonata, I don't know that they put Finlay over him. I think Perry's House of Tortures his way to that main. And then that would be against Shingo or Zack Sabre Jr. Hopefully not Evil. But like the fact that Sonata's not winning this fucking thing. Are you kidding me? But they can fuck it up with Jack Perry, Finlay, Evil. That's all real tough. There's 2 or 3 ways this can go that are acceptable.
I'm just so down
but
on it,
there's
man.
so many more ways they can fuck this up. So Ed, the answer is yes. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's tough.
And it fucking sucks.
It's real tough.
Now. It just sucks,
It's
man.
going to test a lot of people's fandom of Japanese wrestling because it's fucking tough. It's tough.
Yeah, it's real bad.
We were riding the highest of highs with New Japan.
If they have like a lull,
and we're at the lowest of lows.
If they have a lull, or something's coming up where I know we're not going to be watching it all, I don't know if I'll suspend my subscription for a month or so.
Ooh.
I've had a consistent subscription, I think, since 2015 to New Japan World.
Right.
I don't know how I'm feeling about this, man.
I mean,
it sucks. Like
right.
There's not much happening that I like, and I don't want to. Like they always say, speak with your wallet.
Go with your wallet, absolutely.
But also, I'm like, hey, this is the most dedicated I've been to anything in my life other than like being straight edge. Like this is probably the second longest thing I've been most dedicated to.
I like it.
Ed's second question.
Well, in the part 2.
Yes, the second. Yes, the
second part of the
second
patented
part of the question.
Ed Cody 2-part question.
In Philly, will you be joining me in cheering for Shunma Katsumata over that fuck Konosuke Takeshita?
Absolutely not.
Ed, I love you. No.
No way.
Yeah, no.
You're on your own, pal.
Sorry, bud.
Yeah, nope.
I am so excited because Ed's going to be like unhinged during this show. It makes me real happy.
Yeah.
Ain't happening, brother. Big take all the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen, I like Katsumata. I like he's in the Ed division.
Right.
I respect it. He wears like weird cow print pants.
But Takeshita he's a good guy in DDT. He's a returning hero.
He's a good guy, whoever.
Yeah, that's absolutely not.
You can't be that
sorry.
You can't be that handsome.
Absolutely
have people
not.
hate you.
Yeah.
Ed, again, oh man. If I get a mark pick with Takeshita, I'd do that.
Right.
That handsome motherfucker.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Ed, sorry again. Love you, but no. Not happening.
Mm-hmm.
Big take all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's the easiest question I've ever been asked, Ed.
Are we going to have to stop him from jumping over the guardrails?
Oh, if there's a guardrail.
Oh, yeah. These shows don't have guardrails.
I don't think so.
These shows don't have guardrails.
Where we're going, we don't need guardrails.
Yes. So thank you, Ed.
Yes. Patented Ed Cody 2-part
yes, the
question.
2-parters, of course, because they always relate to each
They
other.
do, absolutely. The classic textbook meaning of a 2-part question.
You're the fucking man. So, Stardom.
Stardom, yes, that's where we're at.
They have their Cinderella
switch
tournament
back to my notes.
going on right now.
They do.
From night 1, I didn't watch any matches from the Cinderella tournament.
Okay.
Did you?
Is that not where that tag team match was?
No, that just from the tournament.
Oh, from the tournament? No. No.
I did watch the tag team match,
Yes.
which is Chihiro Hashimoto.
Yes.
And Sarii
Yes.
making her Stardom debut, the former Sarai.
Oh, she wasn't in Stardom before? Interesting.
No, I don't believe
And
so.
wasn't she exclusive to like Spark Joshi or some shit in America?
Sukeban.
Oh, is she Sugiban? She's going to Sugiban?
Yeah,
Okay.
she did one show at Sukeban out of the 2 shows they
Sugiban's probably done, right?
Why are they running in Philly? I don't understand it. But anyway,
Right.
going up against the team of the Cosmic Angels, which is Sayori now, and the returning.
Oh, the returning Natsupoi.
Yes. Just
So
a couple,
happy.
Couple Natsuboys support Natsupoi.
The return of the Natsu boys.
Hey, boy. This was, dude, this
It was awesome.
had no right to be as good
That was
as
awesome.
it was so fucking good.
At times, I was like, "Am I watching like Bull and like Kandori, like Shinobu Kandori wrestle here?"
I'm not gonna get that fucking because that's one of the most
Right. It wasn't, but like there was head dumps, there was big time strikes.
Every time Hashimoto got in the ring,
oh yeah,
she was
you see
obliterating.
her entrance gear where she put her arms over and it was the eyes of the monster. That was awesome. Yeah.
I loved also anytime Sari and Natsupoi squared off. I was like, yes, give me this for 25 minutes, please.
Absolutely.
This match was so
Is Natsupoi,
good.
do we know who's coming over for Stardom yet?
I don't think Natsupoi's coming over.
No.
Tokyo
Tokyo Joshi Pros announced all their card, but I don't think Stardom has.
I think they did.
Oh, they did. Is that where Billy Starks is? Is that the Stardom show? Or is that Tokyo Joshi Pro?
Billy Stark's Hyper Masao is Tokyo Joshi Pro.
The Tokyo Joshi Pro. All right.
Stardom, I know, like Mayu Iwatani.
Yeah.
Azumi, Mina Shirakawa.
Yeah.
Probably anybody who's staying with them.
Yeah.
Coming over
Maybe now that she's back, Natsupoi will come over.
But April's the end of a lot of contracts, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I go where Natsupoi goes.
Just Natsupoi. Yeah, though, man. I highly suggest people to watch this.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Fucking awesome.
Kicks to the head dumps, pin breakups and falsies like crazy.
Yeah.
There's a point where Natsupoi is in a torture rack from Hashimoto, and she flips her out of it, and Natsupoi catches her in a cross arm breaker. A lot of cool cross arm breaker moves in this.
Yes.
And then Sari is just throwing like side exploders. It's like a little bit more open of an exploder. Yeah. It's like an exploder Saito suplex kind of combo thing, like hybrid thing. She's throwing them like crazy for head dumps. I love this. I thought this was fucking great.
Yeah, man.
I was rocking and rolling in this match.
I agree 100%. And later in the show, Sari comes out and challenges Mayu Iwatani for the IWGP title.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. Right. Sign me up.
Let's go.
So from night 2, I watched a match.
I watched 2.
Did you watch the main event?
What was the main event?
Steph Kerr, Julia.
No.
I didn't watch it either.
I heard it stunk.
Steph Kerr wins.
It went short. It went really only like 8 minutes. Did you see the stuff afterwards with the belt where like Vakur definitely didn't understand what was going on?
There was definitely a language barrier.
Like she was trying to like get Julia wanted to take the belt to like officially hand it to her and raise her arm. Yeah. And Vakur definitely like for real thought she was trying to pull something and like ripped the belt and like pushed her and shit.
Yeah.
Interesting. But
fuck yeah, Steph.
Right?
Let's go.
But everybody said the match was no good. So I just didn't watch it.
So what? I only watched one match.
I watched 2, just because it came on right after.
What match?
I watched. The first thing I watched was Hanan versus Mirai.
That's the match I watched.
Yes. Only about 10 minutes. Gets rolling really quick though. Mirai is rising up my Stardom ranks.
I agree.
I am a fan of the way she wrestles.
Yeah, Mirai fucking rules.
Mirai rules.
Her lariats are gross.
They're fucking great.
A lot of people are saying like Hanan or Hanan is kind of the future of
She's
Stardom.
only like 19 or something, right? She's really young.
she holds half of those new blood
We've
tag
seen
titles.
her before.
Well, we watched that one tag match.
And I thought she was a little sloppy in that tag match.
Yeah.
I thought here she looked really good.
I have like one issue.
Okay.
Too much just yelling for the sake of yelling.
Yeah.
That's my only thing. Other than that, I think she's fine. I don't know if she's going to be the next like Ace of Stardom necessarily.
Yeah.
But I was more like, hey, Mirai really carried her to like a good match.
I thought she looked good in this. The best she's looked. Mirai rules. For sure, Mirai rules.
Yeah.
I like this match. And it's only 10 minutes. It's not a huge commitment. This is really good. This is from night 2 of the Cinderella tournament. If you need to find it, reach out. We'll find it for you.
Holler at your boys.
I've also watched Starlight Kid versus Suzu Suzuki.
Oh, okay. That was a short match, wasn't it?
It was a little longer than the other one. Then it was like 11 minutes or something. Very short. But I like Suzu. Suzu, I don't know if you've seen Suzu lately because we haven't been watching a ton, but Suzu looks a little bit like Yamashita here. She got a haircut. She darkened her hair. I thought she was like a little like Yamashita light here, which is interesting. She does my favorite thing that I bring up every time is that she takes Starlight Kid up the bleachers in Kurikan and smashes her head off the east sign.
That's a great
I love that. The thing about this match, it's very good. We like Suzu. She fucking rules.
She's the future.
Starlight Kid is very good. Suzu's young. We love them. They're shit kickers. They're both great wrestlers. This is a good match. It's not as good as the other one, but it's a good match. The thing that threw a lot of people off, and me too, I think especially like non-Japanese speakers, is I guess there was a stipulation to this match. And because there's no English commentary, there was no commentary at all. Yeah, I had no idea.
Okay.
So the stipulation was, if you get thrown out of the ring, you lose. So the end of this match is literally Starlight Kid drop kicking Suzu Suzuki through the ropes to the floor, and the match ends.
Well, we got fucking Cowboy Bill Watts
completely out of nowhere, because I didn't know there was a stipulation. So she like gets thrown to the outside and she's like selling down on the apron. She gets drop kicked, goes to the floor, and the bell, like the ref called for the bell, and I'm like, what happened? Why isn't there what's going on? It's a tournament match. It was just I guess a stipulation one of them put on because they had like a little mini feud outside of this, I guess. I don't really know.
Okay.
Kind of hard to find that kind of stuff. Maybe the Stardom cast would explain it to me. But it was really good until that point. It was just jarring of a finish. It's an odd finish anyway. Because it is sort of so arbitrary to just get thrown out, especially in Japanese wrestling now. That was the thing I wanted to mention about New Japan. They are overusing the 19 counts outside the ring.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
I'll put it back even further.
Yeah.
I loved when Darby jumped in at the 9 count, got hit with his Blade Runner, and that was it.
Yes.
That was great.
Right. But like Shingo gets in at 19. Like every time, every House of Torture bullcrap thing. Oh, I'm beating the count at 19. I'm like, come on, guys. But yeah, weird ending, but it was a very good match. So it's what it is. And I watched it because it was on next, and I like Suzu. So it's because these matches were in a row, and we're big Suzu fans for sure.
Suzu fucking rocks.
Yes.
So yeah, that was the end of our wrestling this week.
No more questions?
No.
No more questions.
Well, it's because sometimes I forget. What were your favorite matches this week? I think I'm gonna know, but
yeah, my favorite matches are the ladies tag match from night 1 of the Cinderella tournament. For real, It's under 20 minutes. If you have the means or want to find the means, reach out, watch that match.
Yeah.
I really, really, really liked it. I think that's very, very much worth your time.
I agree.
And then my American match is Jarrah Hook versus the Gates. No, that's not. Wait, what? Let me look really quick. So this was tough. I thought I had a lock on Collision. Oh, man, which one did I like? There's like 3 that I think could really be in contention here. God, I like these matches. The street fight from Collision, House of Black versus Briscoe, Jarrett, and Lethal. I just thought it was a really, really well done street fight, especially for TV. I like the finish. I like all the plunder. There's 2 others that I'm sure you're going to pick one of them if that isn't your pick. There's 2 others that are absolutely in the running that could be any week be the best match of the week. But I really liked that street fight.
So street fight was fucking awesome.
That street fight, like, not to cut you off, my favorite part in that street fight, I think, is the Brody guitar spot, because he doesn't fall off the apron and Jarrett has to push him. It's just such good storytelling from a giant man.
It was a stunning blow.
Yeah, because Brody's that big. It was just such a cool storytelling, like, cool moment that hypes up Brody, even though he's getting the shit kicked out of him. But anyway,
mine was Switchblade Darby Allin.
That was one of my other 2.
I think it showed some people that were down Switchblade a little bit. Mm-hmm. That he could fucking go with anybody. For sure. And Darby's an absolute crazy man. And I loved the whole shit afterwards too. I thought it was great business. Mm-hmm. It's a good story, you know? And, that'll be my favorite from the United States this week. Did you buy anything?
I did.
What'd you buy?
I had in my hands in person the Asuka Ultimate. Asuka Ultimate. Michelle and I were coming home from
Dune 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Dune Part 2.
The Dune-ining.
Right. And the Anakin Skywalker's Nightmare. And we stopped at the Walmart because we needed some stuff for the house. We don't normally stop into Walmart, but I needed some acid reducers if you really needed to know. And
you got a little upset?
I take an acid reducer every night before bed, or I'll wake up with
Poor guy.
yeah, it's tough.
Depends on what I eat for dinner. I started
rough.
taking Tums before I go to bed.
Yeah, I gotta do like the fucking pill. It fucking kills me.
At least it's on a sonic reducer.
Yeah, well, ain't no loser. But I was like,
for us.
and I was like, can we just stop, look at the toys? And she was like, I guess. And yeah, that's how she said it. I guess. He's like, if we have to. And we also need to look at blenders because she broke her blender the other day. Turns out you can't make a smoothie in a food processor. Anyway,
can't do that.
We tried.
Nope. Can't do that.
Yeah. Yep.
Like told me that when she's not around.
Yeah. Worst pina colada of my life. But anyway.
Should I text her tomorrow? Like, hey, you want me to bring pina coladas?
Not smooth. Crunchy. Nope. It was a crunchy. It's tough. It's a tough one. She knows. It was tough. It was just what it had to do. Turn on the blender, starts to smoke. What else are you going to do?
Crunchy pina colada.
But,
this drink turned into a meal.
But, an ice meal. But we swung by the toy section, the Pittston Walmart here, our close Walmart. Not great. Better than Wilkes-Barre. Not great. Yeah. Didn't expect to find much. They've had like a Jade Cargill there forever, an AW Jade Cargill. They had an Eddie, like the newer Eddie, and a bunch of basics. And then tucked away, I saw a Ministry Undertaker Ultimate.
Oh, like steroid belly taker?
Like the one with the big thing. The one I have downstairs. I think it's one of the best ones they've done. That one. They had a Roman tucked behind some stuff on the shelf, the new Roman, and the Asuka. And then I looked up on top, and they had a Roman and an Asuka up there. So I got to compare them and pick the best one. So I was happy to have it in hand. I hadn't ordered it. I wasn't sure that I was going to get it.
Once you see it, though.
But like, I've said this to you. I've said it on here. Like, I do want to sort of collect ultimates. Like, I don't have a lot of room. I gotta do a cull.
Nothing wrong with that.
And I'm trying to limit myself to like I don't want so many modern. Like, I like a lot of modern wrestlers, but like
I get it.
The figures are I want to back down to right.
You have your
but
rules.
But the Asuka one.
That.
God, is that a beautiful figure?
It's so fun.
I love her. Michelle loves her.
Yeah, which is awesome.
It's an incredible figure.
You need to get like a toy rice cooker for her.
That's why I said it. I was like, because I was like, I'm going to get this. I'm like, I'm sorry, it doesn't come with a rice cooker.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful figure. Michelle actually picked out which one was better because the fur on the jacket looks better on this one. I haven't opened it yet. But I can't wait. Dude. I fucking love it. It's such a beautiful figure.
It is.
One of the best figures anybody's ever made.
Closest you're ever going to get to like a Kana.
Yeah, and it's Kana essentially, right. But like, there's some weird figures that I think are some of the best figures WWE's ever done.
Yeah.
I think the Kushida Elite is one of the best figures they've ever done. I think that they just re-released, but the Natural Disasters tag team set is some of the best figures they've ever done.
Yep.
This is one of the best one of the best ultimates they've ever done. It comes with the exact like a really good amount of accessories, a really great paint job.
That robe is
tons
insane.
of deco, the mask, the spooky hands.
Yeah.
It's just everything. The face that has the mist already coming down the chin. Like it is a really perfectly well thought out.
It really is.
And like when you look at the Roman, it looks really nice, but it's Roman with a couple of heads and a couple of fists, And I liked that it was like Roman through the ages, like it's a bit of a younger and whatever. Yeah. But you look at like the Bobby Lashley, it's boring as shit. I
like Bianca, but I don't need it.
Yeah, the Bianca's nice, but I don't need it. But Asuka I needed. I might need to get that, finally get the Storm collectible Suzuki so that he can beat her up.
Yes.
But it's really one of the best wrestling figures I've ever seen.
It's
I couldn't, gorgeous. Even though I'm technically on a cut and saving for Mania, but I couldn't not get that for sure.
Well, something went on sale today that I got.
Okay.
And I have been limiting myself because again, Mania's coming up.
Yep.
But I've been limiting myself of like jumping at figures like right when they go on sale. But I have my certain exceptions.
Sure.
And I ordered the Heart Foundation 2-pack Ultimates that are coming out. So I was just, it's a Brett and it's Anvil and it's fucking,
I was going to say,
they look incredible.
Question for you, because we had talked about, we were spoiled buying the Rude and Jake because it went on sale.
Yes.
And we'll see. Maybe they cut the numbers. This one they might not let these get there anymore.
I
Who
just
knows?
wanted to, if it's Brett, I have to make sure I have it.
So you were on board from the beginning. You were getting this as soon as it went on sale.
Absolutely.
Me posting the fact that it is the outfits from the dancing GIF.
Yeah.
What was that from? Was that the?
It's like the old. It wasn't the Slammies.
It wasn't the Slammies, but whatever it was.
From like the Vince Get Back, the award show.
So that didn't. You weren't like on the fence, and that pushed you over because you can literally get them, they're ultimate. So you could set them doing like the double fives. Further. Okay, because that was like, oh shit. When I saw it, I was like, oh man, I need these. Right. So fingers crossed next year they go on sale.
Yeah.
Also, people do sort of liquidate them after about 6 months in the major group and stuff. So
they do, but I was like, it's Brett.
Yeah, right.
It's somebody that I was like,
I saw a picture of him, the head looks better than the pictures originally told, especially in the glasses.
I have the old elites of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was going to ask you if you want them. You know, if you want them, you can have them. I don't, I have to make sure I have these in hand first.
Right, of course.
I'm still want to rip my own throat out that I did that, but that's okay. But I was going to say, I actually have some stuff where I was like, I need, because I have.
I got to cut a lot of stuff.
Well, if you want them, if you want the elites, you can have them. You know,
we'll see when the box comes. We'll reassess. Yes,
I'm going to bring it up here. I'll bring the elites with me.
Right.
The only thing is they're missing the sunglasses.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
I know. Whatever. But I also have the one 1, 2, 3 kid elite. Not the Lightning Kid.
Okay.
But like the gear he won when he won the tag titles with Marty Jannetty.
Okay.
And like I don't really have an attachment to it.
Yeah.
So if you want
what was he wearing?
It was still like a lighter blue singlet, but it had like a big like in yellow kid.
Oh, okay.
Across it and like some 1, 2, 3s. I just don't have an attachment for it.
Yeah, me either.
Okay. So if you're still supposed though. If your nephew,
I got a
still
couple.
Likes wrestling figures,
I got a couple. I think
we will put together a care package. And actually, I got to text Joe about. I'm going to see if he wants something. But yes, that was the thing I bought was the Heart Foundation. There's a sale happening on Ringside right now. The Despies are still like the price got knocked down.
Yeah,
but I was like, I'm going to wait till after Mania.
Yeah,
if they're still there after Mania and it's still on sale, I'm going to buy the chase.
You got to think that they're going to work the same way that Suzuki did, where eventually in a Black Friday sale they're $30.
Yeah, I know they've knocked them down.
Yeah,
so it's just one of those.
The chase might not last because the Suzuki chase doesn't exist on there anymore.
It doesn't. But Despi's not Suzuki.
That's very true.
I love Despy.
That's how New Japan feels.
Yeah,
apparently,
but he Suzuki. So.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's all I had, pal.
All right. Well, let's get out of here. We've talked long enough.
Yeah.
This has been We Need Wrestling. You can find us online at WeNeedWrestling.com. Social media at We Need Wrestling. We're Instagram, social media, TikTok. No, we're not on TikTok. That's a lie. Just look it up. WeNeedWrestling.com. We're a proud member of the Soon to Be Network at STBN Network. At social media, SoonToBeNamed.network.com, SoonToBeNamed.tumblr.com. You can email the show at We Need Wrestling if you have a question for the show. You can hit us up in the Discord if you have a question for the show. Keep them questions fucking coming. We like them.
Yes, we love them.
And check out all the other shows there. Check out Odds at Wrestling. Check out Final Wrestling Place. Check out Puzzle Warriors 3 and Longbox Heroes and Longbox Heroes After Dark and our other show, Wings on Wings. And I don't know, a whole bunch of other shit. Just check them out. Just go look. Check it out. They're all good people. I co-sign most of them. Tim.
Wow. Yeah, you co-signed Tim.
Right.
Great.
That's it.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Knock it off, nerds!
Terry Funk, there's one word you'd use to describe me that I can't seem to get out of my head. Charlatan. And I don't even know what it means, but I'm pretty sure it's not somebody who lives in North Carolina. But I got a decent idea. I think, Terry Funk, you're out there questioning my credentials. I'm not exactly Phil Donahue, but there are a couple things I'm a little sensitive about. One of them is my family. The other one is my claims to legitimacy in this great sport, and you've questioned them both. Well, Terry Funk, you're out there saying, hey, I don't need a goofy name like Cactus Jack. What is a Cactus Jack? You use your full name. Anybody who watches this show, Terry Funk, I'm not opening any secrets. I'm not harboring a secret. I'm Mick Foley. I was born Michael F. Foley, Bloomington, Indiana, and I don't even know what the hell New Mexico looks like. but the name kind of fit, and I'm stuck with it for better or worse. So you fans, you want to chant Mickey, Mickey, you do it. You want to chant Cactus Jack, go ahead, because I call myself Cactus Jack for one reason. I earned it! I earned it, Terry Funk! And for better or worse, for the last 29 years of my life, this has been me! I may be a scumbag, but I'm always a scumbag. Now, who are you, Terry Funk? Are you Frankie the Thumper? Are you doing the job for Patrick Swayze? Or are you lasting all of 13 episodes on Tequila and Bonetti? Well, Terry Funk, you'll look at me and realize that I'm going to put you on a permanent hiatus. So you tell me, Terry Funk, who has the true credentials? You want your credentials as one of the greatest competitors in the sport. Like I said, I can't take that away from you. But April 15th, Terry Funk, 2 weeks after we wrestle in front of one of the largest crowds Japan has ever seen, 60,000 people in the Egg Dome. Well, Terry Funk, I'm going to leave just enough of you left to bring you into my home, the ECW arena, the intimate confines, and show each and every one of these fans out here an intimate view of your skull. Because make no mistake, when Cactus Jack is perched up high in that second turnbuckle, and you're looking at a 287-pound missile descending on your wrinkled old body, that feeling in your throat is not excitement, it's your liver! So Terry Funk, you want to play with fire? Well, I'm not exactly a fireman, but I say there will be a rebuttal. I say, Terry Funk, your ass is going to be burnt. And I say, Terry Funk, that while I am helpless to change the past, I'm going to make damn sure that the rest of your miserable life is spent in the worst way possible. You may have put Cactus Jack's shoulders down for a 3 count today, but I'm going to put your wrinkled old ass in a wheelchair for the rest of eternity. So think about it, Terry Funk, when day in and day out, this is the face you see. When you kiss your wife, you'll see me. When you say goodbye to your children, you'll see me. And when they leave your bitter old ass and you're washed up and you're on your dying day, I hope the last things that cross through that pathetic mind of yours are very simple. I shouldn't have messed with Cactus Jack. I shouldn't have messed with Mick Foley! Bang, bang!